Hey family, like the video as soon as you come in. Thank you. Much love. Lineage love. Lineage love. $14 viewers, 5 likes. Close out the chat just for one brief moment and like the video. Open the chat back up. 3 to 5 seconds. That's all, family. It's worth it. Golden Brown, love you, man. I am 6. Ricardo Flott, same. You already know.
That the entire purpose of affirmative action, set-asides, civil rights laws, laws that limit constitutional rights to freedom of contract, freedom of association, all of that was to make up for the legacy of slavery and Jim Crow. So unless these benefits are going to, roughly defined, foundational Black Americans, the descendants of American slaves, you've taken away the whole purpose of this. So to make the point that Kamala isn't a foundational Black American, I'm always pointing to unless these benefits are going to, roughly defined, foundational Black Americans, the descendants of American slaves.
African Americans built this nation. You built this nation. You're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay, I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to you built the nation. We all built it, but you were such a massive part of it. Bigger than you were given credit for. Does that make sense?
Does it make sense, family? You dig? So here we are, man. Here we are. We are in the building. You dig? We are in the building. Yeah, hit the like button as soon as you come in. Just close. I understand that mostly, trust me. Because when I'm out and about, I'm on my phone watching other folks' lives. I know it's a hassle when you're on your phone to like it. I understand. A computer, laptop, the like button is right in front of you. But when you're using your phone, the like button is not in front of you. You got to literally close out the chat, then like it, and then open the chat back up. But family, it's worth it. Because as you can see, how many lineage folks do I give a wrench every time I go live? At least 5 to 7. That's every live. So we probably got about 100 new lineage folks subscribed in about 4 days because of you guys liking the video. Therefore, it was introduced to their algorithm. You dig? So liking the video is up to you. If you want more lineage members, lineage folks to come in here and support and make the chat lit, that's on y'all. If y'all don't like the video, then we ain't gonna get more, you dig, lineage folks here. Because it puts the video in the algorithm for anybody who searches FBA, Foundation of Black American, that type of stuff. You feel me? And we only get a few tethers, few Pan-Africanists. So far, no white supremacists. I would love to bring one no more on the platform. You dig? But anyway. Let's get it. Let me just shout out who's in the building first and foremost. We got I am 6th. We got Ricardo Flott. Ricardo Flott is here early for the first time. We got Golden Brown. Golden Brown definitely always is here. We got Stormy Weather. We got Forlang. Forlang and Songwriter has been showing up consistently. I ain't gonna lie. They almost are regulars now. You dig? Golden Brown says, what? She not a beneficiary of DIE? Right. The white woman. Of course she is, because everybody, listen, yeah, great point. Stormy weather. So let me add to that. And you see, I'm freestyling. I didn't know stormy weather would say that. I'm adding to that. Stormy weather, as you know, but most folks might not know, is that everybody is eligible for DEI except for straight white men. Straight white men are the only people who are excluded for DEI, affirmative action, and every other assistance out there. You dig? Equity thing out there. You dig? Straight white men are the only people excluded from all the set asides that was supposedly designated for the injured party. And the injured party is clearly, without a doubt, foundational Black Americans. Everybody else is just literally leeching off of what was for us. So that's the real conversation. You see, so when tethers call in, I'm just going to ask them that, not what they want to talk about. You feel me? So we got a Kindred Jegna in the building. So I'm gonna just get right to it, family. And whoever gonna miss it, just gonna miss it. I understand folks at work or folks doing something here and there, but it is what it is. All right, so let's get right to it. So you remember Frank Zanu? That's I don't know what the hell he is. I'm guessing African. I haven't found out where he's from, but he looks like he's African. But he's the guy who was going in on the Haitian Revolution, right? Okay. So it turns out that let's just play it. Let's roll the tape. Yeah, of course, Ricardo Flott. That's why they are excluded from DEI, affirmative action, any other equity program, because their sex, their gender, and their race, right? Their ethnic identity is a advantage in this country. So that's why they're excluded from all these programs of assistance, right? Or equity programs that attempts to balance the opportunities. But let's get it. And let's like the video, because I really don't like seeing 43 live watching and 6 likes. That's just crazy. I'm telling listen, y'all don't understand. Won't y'all Google what likes do for YouTube live content? How it affects who sees the video, sees the content. Y'all should just Google that. Forget about what I'm saying. Just find out for yourself. I'm telling you, your likes is how other FBAs see the video, pop up, listen to the content, enjoy it, and then subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. Your likes do. Yeah, I can't do it. You dig? I just go live. You guys are responsible for other FBAs getting hip to the purpose of self-identifying and delineating. Your likes do that, not me. I can't like but one time. Okay, 50 people watching. It should be 50 likes. Real simple. Let's get it. Peace. Satch, Ohio. Let's get it. Charlie, Mr. Claire 64. Let's get it. So 50 people watching. It should be 47 likes. Real simple. But anyway, let's get right into the content. We ain't got all day. You feel me? But this will be a long live though. We're gonna bring this shit into the morning, at least 1 a.m., which is late for me. I'll try.
So I only have one problem, right? I'm from South Africa.
Wait. My screen is frozen. I want y'all to hear this tether.
So I only have one problem, right? I'm from South Africa.
Okay, you're from South Africa, but for real, what the hell are you? Are you a man or a woman? I really don't know. Let's get it. 0004 $4.99 super lineage chat. Thank you very much. And listen, man, the Watcher, peace. The Watcher has been a heavy sponsor in Unbiased Ron. Forget about this channel. The Watcher been a heavy sponsor, heavy donator just in me. Because I got hella channels, and right, and he's been consistently financially supporting everything I'm involved in. You dig? Sending books for my son, like all type of shit he's responsible for. So peace to him. Sincerely yours, peace. But for everybody else, yeah, you know, everybody else, just like the video. That's it. Like the video, hit the notification bell. There's 2 things. And then 3, show up when I go live. That's it. Because everybody can't financially always donate like that. You dig? So if you can't do that, then you at least need to like the video, the notification bell, and then show up when I go live. That's all. You dig? If you can't financially support. All right, that's all. But $4.99, let's get it. Thank you very much. This South African, what the hell are you? Are you a man or a woman? Like, what's going on?
I'm actually close. I'm not Zulu. I'm not Zulu or anything like that.
Hold on, but what the hell are you though?
So
B.
I only have
Jackson,
one
Damon.
problem, right? I am from South Africa. I'm actually close. I'm not Zulu. I'm not Zulu or anything like that. So my only problem is the comprehension problem that's actually going on.
Yes.
In a sense, but it's not that I'm standing with you, because I have one problem with you, is that when they try to speak to you or make you understand something,
Yeah, and
right,
make the chat
you
lit.
quickly go
Stormy,
ahead and
Stormy
try
is
to
right.
attack. So I'm just trying to make you understand from my perspective, right? So my chat is that, okay, cool. We had a problem with the whole New Orleans thing, right? Not specifically Black
We're
Americans
30
or
likes
anything
off.
like that. Wait, just hold
Damon,
on. But it
Claude.
was a thing of when you guys had the whole Black Lives Matter. To us, it doesn't matter whether it happened in.
Hey, yo, listen, man. Listen. I don't want to curse because YouTube definitely shadow ban you. But you, South African STUD, we, like, there's no nice way to say it. It just ain't. Foundational Black Americans, you can call us Adolf, you can call us freedmen, you can call us African Americans. We really don't give an FUX of what South Africa got going on. We don't give a FUX what Africa got going on. And yo, y'all might trip, but I don't care. I'm just being real. We don't even give a FUX what the Caribbean and Haiti got going on. We don't care. We only care about ourselves and what we got going on and how do we get ahead with systemic racism blocking us every chance it gets. We really don't give a F outside this country. Why would we? Nothing you got going on helps us. Do you understand that? We don't care what you think about us, my boy, girl, whatever you are. We don't care. We only care is when you come to this country and you start to make noise and you're in our way. Now you got our attention. But outside of that, yo, we don't give a goddamn what you do in your countries, man. We don't care how you feel about us in your country. Only when you bring your little stinking musty ass over here when we start to be like, yo, what you say? You dig? Only then. Only then. Your little hate in your third world shithole country, we do not give a goddamn, man. We don't. We don't care. I'm just being real, man. We do not care how you feel about us in your third world shithole, mud, cake, cat eating ass, cow pissing on your head, pooping in the streets. We don't give a goddamn what you got going on in your country, man. We're not thinking about you guys at all. We're not thinking about Latinos. We're not thinking about Chinese people. We're not thinking about Indians. We're not thinking about none of y'all, Hawaiians, none of y'all. Do y'all get that? We don't care what y'all got going on. We don't hope you fail either. But we don't care what you got going on. We care about what we got going on and how far we're getting in our country, man. We got enough problems here. We don't give a goddamn how you feel about us from overseas. But when you bring your little musty ass over here and you start blocking us, start trying to misrepresent us, making us look goofy, that's when you got our attention. You dig? So all these opinions, we do not give it FUX. I'm tired of y'all thinking we care about your opinion, man. We don't care. God damn, bruh. It's not that deep, man. Y'all not important to us. We don't lose 1 second of sleep thinking about what's going on in South Africa. Y'all could be doing great. We don't give a FUX. God damn. Like, it got to be said. Yo, we don't care. You want to call that xenophobic? The hell, we're xenophobic. We don't care. You work that shit out. You fight. Why don't y'all fight instead of fleeing for once? Die on your shield. If you believe you're being wrong, then a message got to be brought to the world. Then die for it. Dr. King got assassinated for it. Malcolm X got assassinated for it. We die for our causes. Okay. We die for our causes. Won't you die for yours? No, you can't.
One part of the continent or one part of a country or whatever, you know, it was a Black Lives Matter. It's American lives, it's Black lives, and we are Black, right? As you say that you that's what you say, right? We're Black, we're all Black, right? We had the problem with the fact that Black Americans did not stand up for us when people have Black faces and they mock Black Americans. We stand up for you guys. But when it was a thing of like, this is Zulu parade, and we're telling you guys that, hey, this is very disrespectful, you know? It's disrespectful to our cultures here, like especially the Zulu culture here. And as South Africans, we stand together united. I mean, it was not supposed to go that far off where we attack all Black Americans.
I didn't do anything. I'm just sitting and listening. She froze. I didn't do anything. I think her phone died. Do y'all see me? If y'all see me, comment yes in the chat. Like, I know, I think I'm not, I hope I'm not bugging. Like, y'all see me, right? Oh.
Their children.
Well, they say Haitian people have resilience.
Oh, resilience and culture, please. Every human being has a resilience in some way or the other.
Resilience to survive, to stay alive.
That's correct. That is why you can see the things people ask in this country, the Irish, the Italians, the Jews. It took a while before the Jews got recognized. Exactly. But as soon as they got it, they balanced it on a foundation. Culture, customs, traditions. These things conjure what should be your taboos, do's and don'ts. Everybody has to recognize it. To the point, if you violate it, I'll call you out. If we can afford, we kick you out of the community because we don't want you to destroy it. But they all went different roles. There's Malcolm X asking for something different. Martin Luther King asked
Malcolm X didn't ask for anything. What did he ask for?
Segregation. He was talking to his people.
Oh, to segregate themselves.
Yes. So you can see one group of people who suffer the same experience, yet they don't have a doctrine. And that without a doctrine, which is always balanced on on a foundation of culture, without it, anything you ask for is going to be useless. So African Americans are going to complain until the cows come home as to why they're not getting what they're not getting in America. It's simple. You don't have a foundation.
Oh, man, this is very, this is a hard pill to swallow because this is a lot.
So when it happened to many people who knows that their culture, their language, their history was stripped, the first thing they did was to form an artificial culture. Ebonics could have become the African American to the point when you hear it, you identify.
All right. So this is what happens with these smart tethers. Okay, so smart tethers are good when they talk about what they got to do for themselves in their country. But they always get lost and out of touch when they start to speak on foundational Black American business. So I knew I would end up finding something he said about us that's off code. That's tetherish. What the hell is he talking about? So he's trying to be smart. See, here's the thing. Hey, non-FBAs, listen, man. When you speak in our business, you're never going to be seen as smart without speaking to us. Okay? When you just want to assess what we got going on and provide solutions without talking to one of us, like you're going to always sound like this guy right here. Listen to this fool.
They could have also asked for what is called statehood. Georgia could have become a black state. But you're part of the federation. You're part of the union, okay? The governor is black. The mayors are all crackhead mayors. It's fine.
Wait, so how do you talk about the Confederates and then talk about the mayors are black? Like, dude, like, what's up, man? Let me go
The
backwards.
police. Ibonis could have become the African American to the point when you hear it, you identify. They could have also asked for what is called statehood. Georgia could have become a black state. But you're part of the federation. You're part of the union, okay? The governor is black. The mayors are all crackhead mayors. It's fine. Your police are black. You have your superintendent in school.
Okay, so now he's speaking from a tethered position, and he not speaking from a experienced position, obviously. Like, dude, you can only ever from the outside look in, but you can never really understand or experience. You can never know the experience of living within that which you're speaking about. You dig? So he's saying the cops are black. So, but their bosses are white. So, for example, in sanctuary cities, you got black cops, you got white cops. But in sanctuary cities, they say do not lock up Hispanics without licenses. You dig? Or let's say public intoxication. They'll say don't touch them. Now, the FBAs and white Americans, lock their ass up. So it doesn't matter what skin tone you are. If you're not in a position of authority, you're just a token. So, but again, when you're on the outside looking in, this sounds like it's great. That's why, you need to check in. You need to check in with either a white American or a foundation Black American. But since you're talking about our business, you got to check in with us. But they don't, because they're arrogant and they think they just could read a book and read some literature and all of a sudden provide answers. Yo, dude, our situation here is so complex that foundation Black Americans can barely provide a solution. White Americans can barely provide a solution. It's very complex and convoluted and conflated. But you from the outside looking in, like, what do you know, dude? You never experienced white racism. You experienced Black on Black crime your entire existence. Black oppression. Black sellouts, Black corrupt government. That's all you know is black bullshit. You don't know about the white and black dynamic, my boy. You never lived it or experienced it. So to be an outsider and then give some absolute resolutions, like, dude, you got to humble yourself, man. You look like a fool right now. But let's keep playing.
The kids can see.
Hold on. So Wayman Casey says, I'm so glad we are finally checking these people. Yeah, let me make you a moderator, Wayman Casey, and I'm going to give you a lineage wrench. All I ask in return is to like the video, subscribe, click that notification button. We got hold on, I see you. We got the architect. Let me make you a moderator and bless you with a lineage wrench. Same thing for you. Like the video, subscribe. We got Trill Fate says B1. Let me make you a moderator. And Trill Fate, your responsibility now is to like the video, subscribe, notification button. Who else? We got LL in the building. Who else is in the building? We got Sincerely Yours in the building. Who else just popped in here? We got Forlang. I said that already. We got FBA Convo. We got Damon Reeves. We got Kenyon Glenn who popped in. We got Delamonte Green Bean said this chessboard is separated in sections at separated altitudes. So Del Monte, let us know real simply. Are you FBA? Are you a supporter? Your critic, Tether, you know what I mean? Let us know. We got Yolanda in the building. We got Wayne McCassie, of course, all day, man. We got Salita Marie. We got Sincerely Yours. You dig? All day, man. First of all, a wrench in moderation status that's your right as an FBA. You come over here, that's your right to have a wrench if you're of the lineage, or even if you're a supporter. You could be outside the lineage, but if you're a ride or die supporter for FBA, you a wrench is your right as well. You dig? So let me see who else snuck in here without. We got Alexis Berry in the building. Peace to you. Who else snuck in here while I was in the background? Okay, I think that's about it. So, okay, so we're up to date. Okay, yeah, so he's making a big mistake. He's over here speaking on FBA business without understanding FBA business. Now, listen, we are at 98 people watching, but we have 45 likes. Let's fix that, family. I know y'all on your phones. And on your phones, the like button is not there in front of you. You got to literally close out the chat, click the like button, open the chat back up. That's a 5-second process if you got healthy, quick fingers. If you got defective fingers, it's a 15-second process. But that's still worth it, though. It's still worth it. It's for the cause.
But you are part of the American. Why did they ask for that?
Like the Native Americans did?
That's correct. You see, they have a foundation. The foundation was so important, more than economic gain.
But their communities are not that better.
Get the likes up, family.
You don't get it. You don't get it. They understand that identity.
Hey, bro, your pants is damn near at your knees, my boy. Like, come on, man. Like, how small are your pants? They're almost at your knees. Like, you got to stop.
It's far more important.
It's far more important.
Sport Lee, peace. Lorraine Morrow.
When have they been a problem to you? You said
they don't live in my neighborhood. They don't live in my area.
That's correct. They segregated. Just like the white trash segregated.
And by the way, let me correct this, guys, because he don't know our history. He said Malcolm X was about segregation. You a dumb tether. Malcolm X made it very clear. They're not segregationists. They are separatists. You see what I'm saying? You can't cosplay history. You dig? Malcolm X never says he's a segregationist. Elijah Muhammad made it clear. That's Malcolm X's leader. He made it clear that they are separatists. They disagree with the term segregationist because they said segregation is something the government controls. Separation is something that people control. So they made that very clear. We're not segregationists. We are separatists. You dig? Power to the people type shit.
If your condition is different, you segregate.
To the water parents.
Yeah, they are asking for things, but with no foundation. None.
Okay, so he's saying we're asking for things and no foundation. Are you serious? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you got Ann Coulter, a white racist, allegedly. Maybe she's not. You got Donald Trump, a white racist, allegedly. Maybe he's not. But you got two suspected white racists that will admit that we're foundational Black Americans, but an African like this guy, who's supposedly supposed to be our brother from another mother, cannot acknowledge our foundational achievements in this country, right? Our obvious foundational achievements in this country. He can't acknowledge it. He said we're not foundational, but two suspected white supremacists can admit we're foundational. Yeah, make that make sense.
If your condition is different, you segregate.
Your granddaddy nurse, peace.
Yeah, they are asking for things, but with no foundation. None. Go now and start asking people. When you hear African American, what is the culture? What culture?
Okay, so he's one of those guys that say we don't have culture. All right. So before you say that, to be fair, you would have to give your definition of culture. But let's hear this guy out.
Asking people. When you
Hold on. Yes, indeed, blessed with gold wing on our feet, still running route like Tariq. Favorite candy paint, 600 HP is just tradition and KC, FB all day. All right, let me give Del Monte his righteous wrench, his righteous lineage wrench. Welcome to the lineage. Yeah, this guy is tricky. Yeah, no foundations to watch. He's tripping. Peace, Bantu. He's tripping.
Yeah, African American. What is the culture? What culture? I was in college. We had what was called the International Students Festival. Mm-hmm. Every country, quickly, China, India, Japan, Taiwan, as soon as it comes to African Americans, they don't know what to put up. No clothing, no language.
We
no,
do have clothing. We have, clothing
Can
is
you
from
stop
different
it,
tribes.
please?
Yes, but we do have
I
clothing
don't
from
know any
different
clothing that
tribes.
reminds anyone that that's African American. Is this African American?
Yeah, now this dude's a fool. So this is a guy that does not understand our history with inventions and innovations. Sorry, I did a video. Y'all guys, you know what I mean? If y'all want, go check my archives and look at my video where it says inventions versus innovations or something like that. So what the tether class does not respect is our ability to innovate. Okay? They think because we're not the first to do it that all of a sudden it's no good. And I argue that innovations are normally better than the invention. And most people argue that. Most people don't even realize or even use the invention. Most people use the innovated version of the invention. So now you best believe I reached out to this tether. I'm like, yo, man, join me in my podcast. You dig? Let's get it. Black Love 17, you in the building. Bantu, Mandinka, and
No, this is
Okay,
very...
so why are you saying they have clothing? They don't have.
We do have clothing from Africa.
Oh, Jesus.
No, but we cannot
Which
say...
tribe in Africans' clothing is for you? Even we in Ghana, Benin, we don't have national clothing. We are struggling now. Which one would make you know I met a Ghanaian? So you're talking about something that is myriad of tribes. Which one?
I understand. Well, I'm happy you broke it down that way because I don't know.
So I like
I'm
to
part
ask
of the
questions
diaspora.
instead of making statements. You say, okay, sure. So they don't have. Okay, you've been in this country, born in this country.
Mm-hmm.
How many years have you seen? And what is a percentage of African Americans who proudly want to go around in African clothing? Braiding, which is not even African.
Braiding?
Yeah, this style is not African. Africans have never used a dead human hair to make an extension. This is Asian. We use rope, we use thread to wrap around your natural hair and then contour it into styles. Or we cornrow your hair.
Yeah.
This is not African. Let's not fool ourselves. Koreans made us to start this. They look at you hating your kinky hair and you keep using hot comb to stretch it. And they say, well, buy some Indian people, Vietnamese and Laos, and give it to these people so they can look like us. And you started wearing it. So this is not African.
hey, salute to Del Monte. Green beans in the super chat, $2. Lineage love. He said we do it on the fly like slang. Facts, man. So anyway, let me address this tether. So he's under the impression that we're trying to be African. Like he's still under the impression that we embrace African culture. So he's so out of the loop. Like, dude, what are you talking about, man? This whole like he's comparing what we do over here to what Africans do. Bro, we don't do what Africans do, man. We do what we do over in America. Whether it could be extensions or whatever we want it to be. What we doing is what we do. Y'all got your own shit, we got our own shit, man. It's okay, bro. You dig? We're not Africans. That's what you are. You from Ghana. You dig? You from Ghana.
You just wearing dead.
Peace to, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. I'm reading chat. We got Passport King 77. We got a man called David in the building. And we also got Revone. Where you go, Revone? We got Revone. I just seen you. Revone, aka. He's too envious and defeated to relate to FBA. Yeah, right. You dig? Like, we got small Somali against Pan-Africanism in the building. Like, this dude is clearly tripping.
People's hair, that's all.
Thank you for
they make us think that it's
calling
African.
me out.
It's not African. Where do you see Africans being able to use somebody's dead hair or even dead material?
Exactly. We're not African. You're right. That's some, you're right. Africans don't do that. But what they got to do with us? I'm clicking stuff. But what they got to do with us, man?
turn it into really this. We can't even plant
Songwriter.
cocoyam and take care of it to the point you can do this. This is Chinese and Asians who made this for you because they look at you, they know you don't like your hair, and they say we can get them something, and they got it for you. But in Africa, until I grew up, no, you never see this.
Yeah, until you grew up. But Ghanaians right now got all type of sewing, Asian hair, Indian hair, horse hair. You dig? Y'all trying to look like FBA. Y'all copying FBA style so bad right now. You dig? So what you grew up on, that's out. You dig? Yeah, you got your Ghanaians, Gen X or whatever they call them, Gen Z. They out here putting all that dead hair in their head, dude, and they got cake soap to go with that.
We use your natural hair.
Sport Lee,
Unroll
peace.
it,
Wayman
or
Casey,
use thread
peace.
to wrap around the hair and then turn it.
The
That's it.
architect, peace.
So until mid 80s, I believe, I'm not wrong.
This is when this became popular.
That's correct.
Well, hold. The mid 80s, ain't that when y'all start coming over here in bulk? See, it's the time frame. Like all these fake Pan-Africanist historians, you dig? Like that don't make us afraid to talk to you. We know you be lying. You said the late 80s, dude. That's when y'all came over here in the millions. So I can argue that bullshit you just said, that's what you guys brought over here. I can argue you guys, you said mid 80s. I would say you guys brought that over here. You guys introduced all that extra stuff to Foundation Black American Women. Okay? Because that's when you came. See, I'm a timeline guy. You said 1980s. That's you. A lot of y'all immigrants came over here and y'all started bringing your little bullshit culture with you. Delamonte says the first $10 in super chat, lineage love for a fact. He said this is the first time, he said, era that they've been able to say something in general. They are late to the party. Yo, we 3 eras ahead. We everybody's older brother when it's convenient. Right. 100%, man. I know exactly where you're going. 100%. Black Love 17. This is like, wait. It's not ready. Do another one. Not almost. Almost. Not ready. All right, let's continue with this BS. Culture.
So we got to change the narratives. They become a barrier for our growth. It becomes a barrier for you to want to even look outside and find, okay, Haiti has been suffering. There is no country, no human beings anywhere in this world outside blacks that can be put independently by themselves on an island and given 200 years and they have nothing to show. Nobody, only blacks, nobody. 200 years since you got independence. Do you know in 1884 when you got independence, not a single country, yes, not a single place in Africa has a name. Ghana, Nigeria, no. Not a single factory was standing in Africa. Not a single school was standing in Africa.
Well, I mean, it was hard for Haiti because...
No, it wasn't hard. It was just because it was blacks. Let me ask you.
After our independence, France didn't recognize our independence for a long time. England, the U.S.
He's Keziah.
No one recognized.
I told you, why would they recognize
culture
something that
of
has
selling
no foundation?
Africans,
Why they
right?
recognize
Right.
it? The flag?
Well,
These
they
guys
couldn't recognize because if they did, then the slaves that they own would
No.
rebel.
Yeah.
I gotta write down my
doctor.
questions
They'll
for like
recognize
tethers
a
and
doctor.
Pan-Africanism.
You don't have a
because I
doctor,
be thinking about
nothing.
some great
You
stuff
just
to
like you
ask them,
said.
Why
and then
would
I don't
that
write
be
it
in
down.
their
It just
interest?
goes out my brain. I had something great, innovative to ask
Because
them,
then
and
you
it's
become
out of my
one
brain.
of their
I
largest
hate when I do
consumer
that.
countries. They will ship things to you.
No, not.
You don't have any export of your own. You don't have any import. You
Of
don't.
course, we had export. We could export.
Okay,
sugar.
all right, enough of that. Next. You talking about Haiti? So he's not done. Wait. Okay, watch this.
African Americans in this country are the only groups. They have no culture. It depends on who you meet, where you meet them.
But currently, there's not an African American culture.
No.
Yes, there is.
What is it? Name 2 value systems in the African American culture.
Name 2 value systems. What are you talking about? Okay, Foundation Black Americans don't have cultures. that we don't have culture. Name 2 value systems. He's just making shit up, like making up bullet points there. Dude, what is the definition of culture? Not your made up Ghanaian definition, bro. What is the culture definition? I mean, what's the definition of culture, dude? Like, come on, man. Like, we don't have foundational Black Americans don't have culture. Yes, we do. Well, how many clickers do you get? Like, what are you talking about, bro? Just be making up a standard for culture.
Value system.
Peace and blessings. This is your brother Asar Hotep.
All right. So let me like the video and let me ask Asar Imhotep to join the podcast as a guest to talk about this. You dig? All right, and let's see if we get Asar Imhotep over here. You dig? I'm always open to collaborating with other content creators. You dig? Anyway, we don't have culture, he says. That's what he said. We don't have culture. All right, so now let me tackle that. Let me tackle if we have culture or not. His name is Frank Zanu. Okay, he said we don't have culture. All right, so I got some notes over here. I got some notes. Oh boy, let me get to my notes. All right, for one, let's define culture. Can we do that? Can we get a generic definition, a generic accepted definition on culture, right? So culture is generally, so I got a generic definition of culture. So that means that this is accepted. Okay. Culture is generally defined as the set of shared attitudes, values, goals, practices, customs, beliefs, arts like hip hop, graffiti, institutions, and social behaviors that categorize a group, nation, or a people. We are an ethnic group. Okay, so matter of fact, let's read it together. What the hell I'm doing? So I just read that. Okay, so now culture includes, but is not limited to language. We speak English, spirituality or religion. We are a spiritual people. Some of us are Christians, and some of us are Muslims, Nation of Islam type Muslim. Okay, black Muslims. Foodways, we got our culture dishes, right? Clothing and fashion. And just ask Dapper Dan about that. Music, dance, and performance styles, hip hop, rituals or ceremonies. We got a bunch of that shit. We got something called Southern hospitality, family structure and social organization. You already know what that's about over here. Folklore, oral history, and worldview. The white man's the devil, black man is God. That's a worldview. Political organization and norm. Okay. Culture is not something that has to be ancient, tribal, or based in the pre-colonial past. It is also formed under historical trauma, resistance, adaptation, and survival. So they just be making shit up and try to say we don't fit. Okay, so foundational Black American FBA culture is real. Many Africans and some Caribbean people sometimes say that Black Americans have no culture because they are not organized along tribal lines, primitive guerrilla lines, or because their practices don't look like West African traditions. Y'all ain't the standard of shit, bruh. Okay, that argument is both ahistorical and dismissive. So you guys are being dismissive by saying we don't have a culture, obviously. All right. But let's talk about it. Here, let's just talk about it. So let's go with language. Because you said we don't got a language. I mean, let's go, well, we beg to differ. Black American English, AAVE, is a full dialect with its own grammar, phonology, and vocabulary. It is rule governed and internally consistent. Terms like finna, ain't, on God, bless, woke, and throwing shade. I'll add some more. Squabble, cap, they ain't like us, you dig? Are all part of a unique linguistic identity. Okay, what about music? Foundational Black Americans have created nearly every major genre of modern music. You goddamn filthy baboon brain eating bastards. Okay? Spirituals, blues, jazz, rock and roll, gospel, funk, hip hop, R&B, go-go, trap. These forms have become global. No other group on earth has birthed so many global sound movements. No group on earth, you piece of shit. So let me add to this. Part of our culture is being innovative. This is called being innovative, you damn dogs. Okay? Yeah, I'm gonna cook y'all tonight. Cuisine, soul food, comes from African, indigenous, and survival-based adaptations in slavery and Jim Crow. Collard greens with smoked meat, cornbread, yams, black-eyed peas, fried chicken, chitlins, a survival food turned delicacy. This food is rooted in ancestry, geography, and creativity. Clothing and style. While foundational Black Americans don't typically wear tribal garments like you fools do on a daily basis, we have a distinct style cues. Okay. Some of us, in church, you already know that is. We know the church hats from our aunties, moms, and grandmothers. You dig? Zoot suits, dashiki revivalism, especially during the Black Power movement. Yeah. So even that Tether Frank Zanu, I just played it a while ago. Even he said Africans did not wear dashikis. Foundation Black Americans revived dashikis. And then Africans start to wear dashikis again. But because we made it popping, okay? Afro hairstyles, you dig? We got the frohawks, things like that. Gumby, side clarks, wherever you from. We got the locks, the fades, the waves, the braids, cornrows, you dig? Urban fashion culture, sneakers, gold chain, grills, brands like Fubu, Carl Kanai, Sean John, Fat Farm, baby, what's that? Rockaware, etc. You dig? What do you think y'all talking to? Fashion and hair are core expressions of Black identity and resistance. Just ask Maggie Lane Walker. Maggie, CJ Madden Walker. All right. Rituals and practices, homegoings, Black funerals are deeply symbolic and rooted in both Christian and African traditions. Oh shit! Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Is it done?
Yes, it is.
Stop. You eat that. It's not for you.
It's hot, man. You come over here.
Oh.
Come over here. It's hot. Come over here. It's hot. Come. All right, my fault. I forgot I was baking something. So barbershops and beauty salons serve as cultural hubs. That's where most of our conversations are held in barbershops. Politics, sports, everything in the barbershop. Juneteenth, Watch Night, and HBCU homecomings are ritualized community events. All right. Now watch this. Watch this. Why the no culture argument persists. Ignorance of American history. These are tethers who refuse to want to know what happened over here and what we got going on. Many immigrants are not taught about chattel slavery, Jim Crow, redlining, or the cultural suppression of foundational Black Americans. So they misunderstand, they overstand what has been lost and what has been created anew. Narrow view of culture. If one only sees tribal identity or indigenous religions as culture, that's these tethers. They only see tribal identity or indigenous religions as culture. Yeah, it's hot. You got to blow it. Okay. They see that only as culture. Then anything born from trauma, migration, or forced assimilation may be dismissed because they only see tribal identity and indigenous religions as culture. These primitive monkey brain eating bastards. But that erases the creativity of oppression peoples. Internalized colonial thinking. Many African primitive nations themselves struggle with colonial names, imposed borders, and loss of indigenous governance. Yet they try to gatekeep what real culture is. This can be hypocritical given how colonization has fragmented African traditions too. Damn liars. It's just pure hatred, as we see. Pure jealousy and hatred. Pure jealousy and hatred. Responding to the African speaker's quote, oh boy. Okay, so African Americans have no doctrine, no culture, no foundation. That's what that tether said, Frank Zanu. This is false. FBA culture was forged in resistance to slavery, underground religious and educational institutions, civil rights organizations, black nationalism and Pan-Africanism, even though we reject that bullshit today, mutual aid societies and cooperatives. FBA culture is adaptive, not rootless. Okay. Why they don't ask for statehood like Native Americans? Black Americans, foundation Black Americans were forcibly enslaved and then denied land, treaties, and autonomy. When they created thriving towns like Greenwood, we know Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, Rosewood, Durham, North Carolina, etc., they were burned down or urban renewal highways passed through our cities to undermine them or eminent domain. We know about that, right? Right? They don't know about that. We know about that. Native Americans were forcibly segregated into reservations. That's not empowerment. That's containment. Okay, so they don't have clothes or language. Okay, see above, black fashion. So they're this is the talking points of these Africans, these tethers. They say we don't have clothes. You heard them. We don't have clothes or language. We got black fashion, hair, and speech are well world recognized. Our language, our slang, our fashion, our hair styles are world recognized, not African hairstyles, not the Caribbean hairstyles. The idea that you need foreign tribal clothes to prove culture is a colonized frame. That's a colonized frame. So they try to use their primitive practice as the standard of what culture is. Okay. Okay, watch this. This is what he said. He said only blacks have had 200 years and done nothing. So we had 200 years and done nothing. That's that tether. This is a grossly inaccurate statement. Black Americans have built HBCUs, the Harlem Renaissance, the Civil Rights Movement, political blocks, billion-dollar music, sports and fashion industries, elected officials, mayors, governors, and even a U.S. president, which is not true. That's Yah. He's Kenyan. That's Yah. The U.S. is a world power in large part because of stolen black labor. That's not cultural failure. That's strategic exploitation. Okay. So here we go. Culture after forced displacement. Foundation Black Americans are the only people group in history to have been shipped from one continent to another. Okay. Stripped of original names, languages, and kinship ties, yet still form a thriving new identity on stolen land with no reparations. That is resilience. That is culture under fire. You goddamn hateful tethers. Okay. Hold on. Coach summarize. This is summarization. When they say we don't have no culture, those claims. Culture is not just about tribe or native dress, primitive behavior, okay? Monkey behavior. Culture is not limited to monkey behavior. You know, dirt roads, disease, rabies, all those African diseases. Culture is not limited to a third world country where people take poops in the streets, where they got to have signs that say no pooping on the streets. That's not culture, okay? Eating monkey brains, chimpanzee brains, and those chimpanzees were infected with SIV You ate the brains. Now zoology takes place, and now you have HIV, and you're the reason why the entire world has a HIV/AIDS pandemic. Africa, that's you. You are the reason why there's a transatlantic slave trade. You're the reason why there's a diaspora. That ain't culture. You dig? What are you talking about? So culture is about how people survive, thrive, organize, create, speak, eat, fight, which you guys don't do. You flee. That ain't culture, ain't fleeing. Love and remember. Foundational Black Americans were forced into a new world and still created our own, from language to music to faith to food to struggle. That is culture, dogs. And lastly, point out the irony. If Africans truly viewed tribal identity as sacred, they wouldn't be dismissing people whose identities were deliberately erased. That's not cultural superiority. That's cultural amnesia weaponized against survivors. That's basically that's white supremacy bullshit. Okay? In other words, that's white supremacy bullshit. You dig? Where we at in the chat? FBA, combo, is that good? The Watcher, is that good? What I read? Stormy, Claire, 64, Ricardo, your granddaddy nurses, is that good? What I read? Do y'all stamp that? Culture. These dogs, like, they are the cornerstone of culture. And we're going to get on Haiti because I made a post. All right. Not right now. Let's finish some of these diaspora wars. Okay. So-called diaspora wars. Let's cook on these tethers and haters of FBA.
Don't consider
Okay. So now we already did this live where Cameron, former rapper Cameron of Dipset, Rockefeller Records, right? When he said, I'm not African nothing. He said, I'm American. Okay, so that's what he was saying just now, but we don't need to replay that. We're going to talk about somebody who said something similar, which I was not aware of. It was brought to my attention today.
Africans. Y'all don't.
Okay, so WAC 100, which I'm not a fan of at all, but WAC 100 was told about Pan-Africanism. He had no idea what that was because it's a nothing burger.
When you say Pan-American?
Pan-African.
Is that Pan-African? So what the fuck is a Pan-African?
He said, what's a Pan-African?
You want to build a school for black people, by black people.
Turn your volume up.
About black things only.
Why is it called?
What's a Pan-African?
Pan-African usually is placing Africa at the center. Everything in Africa. Everything
starts with Africa.
You said it for
Okay, so he was explaining what Pan-Africanism is, and WAC 100 immediately said, nah, I'm American. That is going to be the response of like 99% of most FBAs. Like, nah. You trying to make me not American. I'm good. Y'all got to understand that, man. Okay? Foundational Black Americans, those who can trace their lineage of slavery. The one thing we don't want, two things we don't want. We don't want you to strip American from us because we know what that's about, Dred Scott. And we don't want you to call us African because we know what that is about, ICE. Okay, so you're not going to, listen, man, you're not going to replace American with African. Okay, you're not going to do that with us in America. We already know the game. Once you take American away, you dig, we know that's Dred Scott. It's back to that those days with no rights that a white man's bound to respect. And once you call us African, we know that ICE is involved now. Okay, so the average Black American is not going to fall for that trick, and neither did WAC 100. Listen.
I'm American, bro. You need
I'm American, bro.
Kenya, so go to Africa with that shit.
He said, I'm American, bro. Take that back to Kenya. Go back to Africa with that Pan-Africanist talk. WAC 100.
I don't need to be taught nothing about Africa. You know what I'm saying? I'm American, bro. I need to learn the American way. I need to learn how America works, how our banking system works, how our communications work, that type of how our sports work, how our hospitals are set up, our transportation channels are set up. That's probably why I ain't getting no funding. That's talking about you want to build African school.
Okay, so this was all surrounded by Dr. Umar's school. So he said that's probably why the school didn't get any funding, because you're out there talking about Africa, Africa, Africa. He's saying if you were saying American, American, Black American, you might have got the funding you need to start your school that was doomed to fail anyway, but you would at least opened it. So WAC 100 said that's probably why it never opened to fail, because you're talking this African shit. The average American don't believe they're African. We believe we are American. You guys are out of touch. Okay, there's a bunch of old people pushing Pan-Africanism, by the way. A bunch of old people. It ain't young people. It's a bunch of old adults. Ain't no 21-year-old, 29-year-old talking about they're Pan-Africanists, okay? They know they're American.
America.
All right,
Okay,
so you just heard.
that was it on that one. All right, so you got WAC 100 saying, and the hell with this Pan-Africanist bullshit. I'm American. Shadow 1SD, peace to you. You in the building. Everybody, where we at with the likes? Are we there with the likes? Let me see. Yeah, yo, Pete, yo, folks be on code, man. Like, dude, yo, we ain't still likes is lit. Hey, yo, we ain't stupid, yo. Nobody's gonna trick us out of our spot. That ain't gonna happen.
He made sure the Ukrainians came over here.
Okay, now this clown right here, he claims that he accept all smoke. He debates, and I hit him up like, yo, man, what's good? And I got no response from this guy. Okay, but let's hear this guy out. This is like, he's no words. You find out what he's about. Blackmatic, scam Africanism, facts. Sounds bad too. Peace to you.
You feel me?
Chad, what's going on, brother?
When white South Africans fucked up in South Africa, white folks make sure they can come in here.
Now listen to this fool.
That Pan-Europeanism is always already a thing.
Yeah,
and then these dudes right here, the FBA dudes, they have to either A, say they believe what the foundational founding fathers believe in, or acknowledge the founding fathers never intended for their black ass to be a part of the foundation, just like those justices did for a Dred Scott decision when it came to citizenship. My time.
That was pretty thoughtful of you, bro. Let's address birthright citizenship. Birthright citizenship. The Dred Scott case. I believe that was of the slave who lived in a free state, and he argued, why am I not?
Okay, so the guy on the left, the hater, he mentioned the Dred Scott case. Most people who mention the Dred Scott case, family, trust me, this is an open panel tonight. I'm accepting a challenge. I'm accepting criticism. You dig? This is an open panel. I do want, a challenge. All right? But you ain't going to come here and rant. I'm not answering your questions. You answer mine first. I control the narrative. This is a FBA channel. Okay, so that is the link. So let me read that. Brian Infinity says, enemy of FBA is genetic expert Rick Kittles has been skeptical of some Black American claims of significant Native. Hey, I'm not even entertaining that. You dig? This is an FBA podcast. You're either FBA or you're not. You dig? I don't care about what this DNA stuff you talk about. But Eddie, and this is why FBA. Yeah, we don't really care about what you talking about right now with that geneticist dude. You either FBA. The bottom line is, are you FBA? Okay. So Brian Infinity, the bottom line is this. It don't matter how you became FBA with me. Okay, whether you was already here or came via the transatlantic slave trade. I don't give a goddamn how you became FBA. My only question to the family is, are you of the lineage? I don't care how you got here. I don't care how you became of the lineage. My only question, and your only question should be, family, is, are you of the lineage? We don't give a goddamn like that how you became of the lineage. We just want to know, are you of the lineage? Yes or no, and we'll go from there. So Brian Infinity, dude, that's irrelevant. We just want to know right now, are you of the lineage? Yes or no, and we'll go from there. All right. So, but anyway, back to the point. when most people, and the link is there, Brian Infinity, here's the link. One more time. This is an open dialogue today. Now we not doing no pre-Columbus nothing. The link is there. You call in and ask all these stuff live. Okay, I'm not reading none of that shit. This is the smoke session. You dig? That's the link. I'm not reading nothing you talking about. Click that link right there, and holler at me. Right? Okay, cool. You FBA, cool. Now click the link and let's talk. But I'm not reading none of that genetic bullshit. Click the link, man. That's it, or don't. But we ain't doing that Kittles bullshit, because I don't care. It's either you're FBA or you're not. You're either of the lineage or you're not. So there's the link right there. I'll put it one more time. You dig? Y'all be experts in the chat. But when it's time to click that link, all of a sudden people sound like Oswald Bates and shit. Right. So anyway, most people talk about the Dred Scott case and don't know about it. That's sad. Don't talk about things you don't know about. Peace T1 Production. Yeah, peace Pinky. We don't want to know about no geneticists. We want to know, are you FBA? Are you of the lineage or you're not? That's what's most important to me. Not what the geneticists say. Are you FBA? You dig? That's it. Are you ADOS? Are you an American freedman? I don't care damn what your DNA says. Are you that? If not, kick rocks. Or you got to be a supporter. If you're a supporter, we'll rock with you. But if you're not a supporter or you're not of the lineage, kick rocks.
Not a free man.
Lorraine Morrow in the super chat with the lineage love, $5. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you very much. Eddie Lee, peace to you. Born Enemy, peace to you. You dig? Yeah, we don't give a goddamn about no Kittles, no geneticists. We ain't about that right now. We just care about who is of the lineage and who's not. And who's anti-lineage. So who's of the lineage and who's, matter of fact, not even who's not. Who's of the lineage and who's anti-lineage? Because you could be not of the lineage, but still be a supporter, a rider. So we don't care about that. We just want to know who's of the lineage and who is anti-lineage. Okay? Okay, so all right, so let me play a little bit of video. I'm gonna get to you multi-purpose. Hold on one second.
State. And I believe the judge struck that down, and he was not granted his citizenship. That was later ratified in the actual civil rights act that they passed. So, correct. You know, we were not granted citizenship, we were not granted rights or anything like that up until the point that it was ratified. So you're correct on that. But I also might address birthright citizenship was for descendants of slaves. That wasn't for people who were coming to America for tourism.
Yeah, so multi-purpose, what you got to do is you got to mute your YouTube, right? Because your YouTube is making an echo. So mute your YouTube and you Stormy Weather, peace. Be more Bigfoot. There you go. V for Vengeance.
America for tourism.
Okay. Goddamn. Multi-purpose, what you gotta do is you gotta mute your YouTube. Right. You gotta dude, you're giving a serious echo. We can't even play it live. And you Stormy Weather, peace. Be more. My God.
That was rough.
Yeah. Mute the YouTube when you come on. And okay, let me play this for a second. Then we're gonna build. But hold on one second.
Traveling, whatever it may be, you know, there was a loophole that was created to where anybody who came to America now could claim birthright citizenship as long as they had a child on U.S. soil. So hypothetically speaking, we could have somebody who could be a terrorist in another country, somehow get through customs, immigration, make it into our soil, have a child here, and then all of a sudden that child has citizenship, but that parent doesn't. And that parent could easily move back to their homeland, but yet their child now has dual citizenship. But we can't go to any other country and do that, where Americans have children abroad and all of a sudden our children are granted birthright citizenship. That's not even a thing. So I just think that's not, it hasn't benefited Black Americans.
All right. Okay. So he's making a good point. Okay. Multi-purpose, man. Peace to you. How are you?
Hey, I don't know if you guys can hear my audio or not.
Yeah, you sound good.
All right, cool. So yeah, I mean, I would say I'm new to the game a little bit, but
Okay.
I think so. Look, so the big thing is this, right? You
Yeah.
have,
Oh
can
shit. My
you
brother
hear me or
calling
not?
me. Hey,
That's what.
multi-purpose. Hold on one second.
All right, cool.
All right, brother. I'm sorry. I heard nothing you said after you said you knew. I got my phone hooked up to, so I got my headphones hooked up to the studio setup, and my phone is too. So when you were talking, my phone rang, and it immediately took over. It has like priority. You doing it again? Oh my god. Okay, I got to just disconnect the Wi-Fi. Okay, all right, multiple. Yeah, okay,
All right,
okay. Go ahead, brother.
all right. Let me know
So
if you're
start
able
all
to
over.
hear me.
Start all over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, let me know if you're able to hear me or not.
Yeah. Hey, wait. I can hear you. Hey, let me put the link back in the chat. We don't start. So FBA Convos, if you could click the link, let me know because at some point I got to make this call. I got to make the call back. So I'm gonna need somebody else to listen to multi-purpose and maybe respond because I'm gonna have to go on mute. This is an important phone call. But until then, go ahead. Multi-purpose piece. You said you knew, and what else?
Yeah, I mean, I just had a quick point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so the quick point is this, right? So before Columbus came, we had 11 million Black American Indians, right? So
Right.
those Black American Indians, right, would have been dark skinned. They would have been considered Black Americans by today's standards. So you had the facts are there was between 90,000 and 220,000 Africans that actually came to U.S. soils from slave ships.
Okay.
So these 90 to 220,000 Africans, all of them have a unique DNA that you can technically trace in DNA tests today. So technically, when you look at any descendants that were from the plantations, they would either have American DNA or the DNA of this 90 to 220,000 U.S. slave soil Africans that came from slave ships. So there's a DNA tracker that you can track in every person today to see if they were linked to any of those 90 to 220,000 slaves, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
when people are claiming FBA, anyone can say, hey, I'm an FBA. But
Yeah, that's right.
be able to go into, but a genetic test will be able to screen out who actually is based off of DNA alone. So even if someone lies and say, hey, I'm a $5 Indian, or I have paper
Right. $5
records,
FBA guy.
or whatever
Right.
it is, if you're linked to those 90 to 220,000 slaves, which now the only way you're gonna be able to find that is to go into the burial sites and do DNA analysis. So now here's the thing: the leading Black geneticist, whose name I put in the test,
Right. I read
he's
that.
the one that's supposedly the leading African DNA ancestry. So what he has done, though,
And what bodies? And you said burials. What bodies are he testing? That's native.
I mean, okay, so that look, that's where we're at right now.
Right.
It's the point now where we figure out where these are. Right, they're there, but you have to figure out where they are and carbon date.
Wait. Stop. Because somebody raised a great point. Okay, when this was brought up by somebody else. All right. So what about the early indigenous people that were killed off from smallpox? Right.
So even then, so here's the thing. So we have technology now that they can use carbon dating to date the actual time of the burial sites. So if you have a burial site that you've carbon dated for 1200 AD, though that DNA is going to be much more pure. You can connect. It's not going to have DNA from other pools. So you'll be able to use that DNA as your base to compare anyone who is non-American Indian. But you have to first carbon date it before you test it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of work that needs to be done. The problem, though, is that the main person who's the leading Black DNA geneticist, he's more interested in, he wants to label everybody into Africa. Instead of those DNA that he's saying, okay, if it has melanated, it's African. Instead of saying that if it's melanated, they actually could be pre-Columbus Black Americans.
Right.
See, he's doing it for profit, for his profit.
Yeah.
Right. So when you look at his history, he's the one that's actually doing, when you do your ancestry test, he's the one that's forcing you to go into Africa as opposed to saying, no, you have pre-American Black Indian
I hear what
DNA.
you're saying.
So that's the whole point. So the more we get leaders like yourself who can start to look into that, to
Not leaders.
really,
I'm just a relative of yours, brother.
yeah,
I'm just
no, I
your
mean you're a
relative.
leader though. You're out here, you're a
Nah,
leader. You know what I
I'm
mean?
not a leader. I just read no because you know why? You know why I won't go with leadership? Hey,
Okay.
bro, because I do stuff outside of you too that you might not appreciate.
Okay, no. But what I'm saying is that you have,
Like you might shame. You
I mean,
dig?
but that's fine. But you have the energy to go on. Like this is a hobby of yours. Like that's what you have the energy to go on live, and you're actually
Yeah, but I
pushing
just feel
forward.
like a leader. I just feel like a leader is a leader while he's working and off work.
Hey, no,
Okay.
that's not true.
Okay.
Like
I mean, I'm
most
just
can't
saying,
even do
but
this,
hold on,
right?
hold on. But I'm saying, but some people might see it like that. Okay, so if I'm gonna be a leader in any sense, it'd be at work. I'm at work right now. But when I'm off work, dude, I'm not that. Like I'm having fun.
Hey,
I'm
I
drinking,
understand
you
that.
dig? I'm
But look, this,
bullshitting. I might have jokes. I might call an African booty scratcher, you dig?
hey,
That
look,
ain't leadership type stuff right there. You dig?
look.
I'm just having fun being a
That,
human.
hey, with this concept right here, it frees the mental change that we've had based off of our history. Like, so when you're not going to see the stuff that you're presenting on this channel on cable networks. You're not going to see it on CNN, right? But
Yeah,
this is
sure.
all key information that has to be spread. And because of your channel, you're pulling people together to see it. So just anyone focusing on this guy, George Kittles, and how he's not connecting the American DNA from pre-Columbus, he's actually just trying to push it to Africa so he can make a profit. That's hurting the community. So the more that message is spread, the more we can push
Okay,
on
yeah.
having
I
that
see what you're
information.
saying. I see what you're saying. Okay, yes,
All right?
I misunderstood you
Yeah.
in
No,
the
that's
chat.
fine.
I
Well,
thought
hey,
you were saying something different.
so look, God bless you, man. And I got to run real quick, but just keep up the
And
good
I
work, man. You're
appreciate you
doing good
for
work.
calling in and
Yes, sir.
clarifying because I
No,
definitely
that's
did
fine.
not
That's good.
understand you in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, once you think about it, I mean, I like to put it into you so you can think about it for
Yeah, I'm
what
a
you got to
researcher,
tell you.
bro. That's one thing about me.
Yeah,
I
because
love
you're,
research, so I'm
like I
definitely
said,
gonna look into it
man, it's all.
and do it live. You dig, and you appreciate it. I'm
Hey, look,
definitely
and
gonna look
again,
into it.
we're old trillions, man. We're those wages are worth when you start
Oh yeah.
compound that slavery, that in
Oh man,
life's wage,
we start at 20
trillions, man.
trillion, by the way. And guess what? We will take installments. So when people say, "Oh, you're gonna crash the economy," no, we not. We will
Hey,
take installments.
hey, we
Okay,
live in a
you could
capitalist
give us
society.
300 grand a year until that shit paid off. All right.
Hey,
So
God
we
bless you,
definitely
brother.
take installments.
Hey,
God
God
bless
bless
you
you, man.
too, man,
All
and
right,
peace and love,
all right.
and the lineage power to you as well.
Definitely, just keep passing to everybody else, man. You can influence others too.
Of course.
All right.
Yeah, I would definitely look into that for sure because like I said, I'm a natural researcher. FBA combos. I love to research. And by the way, I was on Sabir channel earlier. I'll tell you about it.
You did?
But
You
yeah,
made
I was
it over
trolling.
there?
Yeah, I was trolling him. All right. So, but Draco, TBH, peace to you. Be more Bigfoot, peace to you. Eddie Lee, peace to you. 7 Up, I see you in the building. Say what's in the building. And V4, thanks for your lineage super chat. I got it right here in front of me. You said, wouldn't we know if they're FBA by the fact that FBA has between 20-30% European? Exactly. So what the brother said like I perceived his message the wrong way when he introduced it. So I'm glad he called to like to confirm and clarify what he was actually saying. So he wasn't saying what I thought he was saying. He's saying be careful of these geneticists and these people who are pushing these 23andMe because they have this agenda to disregard pre-Columbus Native Americans, indigenous folks, and just focus on post. And that's why I said to him, I said, what about the people who died through smallpox and before then? And yeah, I feel the same way. So yeah, so I think that's need to be considered. Right. So he just saying like be wary of some of these folks. They got agendas behind them. Just like Bible translators. A lot of them are paid to translate the Bible by institutions, right? You got the Jehovah Witness, you got the Mormons, like so they're paying Catholicism. They're paying translators to translate the Bible in a favorable way that agrees with their doctrine. You dig? And translators, when they want to get paid, they're like, okay, I'll use certain words and I won't say certain words to line up with your doctrine. So same thing with what he's saying with these tests. Like they're gonna use it in a way where they're dismissing the indigenous black you could say Americans that were here before any slave trade or the white man. They're disregarding them completely. Like they're really using tests. I'm thinking he's saying this. They're really using tests based on some of the $5 Indians. And that's why we're not. That's why when we take a test, it says 1% Native American because they're basing it upon the $5 Indians. Maybe he's saying that, but that's how I took it.
Yep.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You can pull it up. Go ahead. FBA combos.
Yeah, man. I was just telling you, man, that y'all doing a good job over here at the show. And yeah, man, these Pan-Africans, man, they just won't stop. That's all I'm complaining about. The damn Pan-Africans just will not stop, man. They
Nah.
just want to be included, man. They can't be included in our FBA business. What's the problem?
Nah.
Why they don't understand that part? I don't know.
Yeah, they gotta understand they're dead. Like their funeral was with Marcus Garvey, but since
Right.
since they kept going on with the spiritual realm, then their spirit died with Dr. Umar. It's like, dude, y'all are double dead. The physical died with Garvey, your spirit died with Umar. You dig? You guys are double dead. Like you guys are so like all of their videos, bro. All the Pan-Africanists that make a video. 100 total views, bro. Nobody, not even them. They can't even
I
get
know.
other Pan-Africanists to support and watch their
Pan-Africans is
bullshit.
so
Right. It's
right.
completely garbage, man. It's washed up, it's outdated, it's obsolete. And it's a bunch of 70-year-olds pushing it. Look at Baba Smalls. He's like 90 years old. You dig? So it's a bunch of old men and women pushing Pan-Africanism. And they got about 10 more years, and then Pan-Africanism is literally dead because it's going to die with the people pushing it.
Yep. I'm telling you, man, they've been in power. Well, not in power, but they've been rocking that joint for the past 30 years.
Yeah, but it was always a nothing burger. The average Black American knows nothing about Pan-Africanism. You dig? They know nothing about RBG. They heard Marcus Garvey name, and they can't tell you much about him. But the average Black American knows absolutely nothing about Pan-Africanism. The most, if you catch an older person, like an older church person, they're gonna say, "Oh, that's some woke folks." That just be plebiscite babbling. Like that's where they at. Like they think of Oswald Bates. They think of when they think of Pan-Africanism, the average church Black folk ongoing person, they think of Oswald Bates and plebiscite babbling. Like they don't believe anything of value comes from that train of thought because they have produced nothing and is obvious and evident.
Who's nothing.
He said it's MJ fadeaway season. Yeah. It's a garbage burger. You dig? It's worse than nothing burger. It's a poop burger. It's a cat burger. You dig? It's a mud burger. It's nothing. All right. Yeah, but I appreciate the brother calling in and clarifying his position and the information he wanted to express. You got to respect that. All right. Baba already dead. He just forgot to lay down and born in me. All right. So now I'm gonna play this video of this guy who's trying to make it. Listen, these one of those garbage dudes right here. FBA Convos. He's one of those failed YouTubers. You dig? Now it's funny how they call us grifters, and he's the real grifter. This dude
consciously. Yeah,
this clown. He has 100. Yo, let me show the family about this guy. He has 120,000 subscribers.
Bitch.
Right? But look at his views. This guy got 4,000 views. Family, my video from this morning is almost at 4,000, and I got 2,000 subscribers.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
Okay? And because you guys, but listen what I'm saying. To compare and contrast. I got 2,000 subscribers. He got 100,000 more, and we got the same views. You dig?
Wow.
Matter of fact, I'm doing better because this is 3 months later, right? Mine's ain't even 24 hours yet because it was this morning. So I'm actually doing it. I got a better trajectory than him with 100,000 less subscribers. This is a content creator failure. This is a grifter. So a grifter is not semi-successful. It could never be Tariq Nasheed. A grifter is a failure who's trying to find their lane, and they're trying different things to see which one brings the most success. A grifter can't be a successful person. So he's a grifter. He got 120,000 subscribers, and he can't maximize that. He can't get them to pull up. 4,000 views.
You only
He
got
should
300,
have,
300 likes.
bro. He said, I had 350 likes this from this morning. You dig? So he should have, realistically, bro. He should have right now 20 to 50,000 views from this video. He
I
should
would say so.
have. He should have 1,100 likes. Family, all y'all gotta do is real simple. Just ask your AI if a YouTube content creator has 120,000 subscribers. Matter of fact, let's ask it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it together. You're gonna see how much of a failure he is.
Yeah, 'cause I think they call him conscious flea.
Okay, here we go.
Good job.
All right. So let's see. Let's see if we get much information here. Okay. So now they should be making $10,000 per month. I want to see views though. See, I gotta see Chat GPT already gave me a it doesn't really say. It says it don't really give a number. Okay, but they should have ad revenue, sponsorships, affiliate marketing, selling their own products, offering services. Okay, and he does none of that shit, bro. He's not a YouTube silver creator. He don't have that award. He just garbage, right? But Chat GPT will give you more of a number, and which I already did. I already had researched this. 120,000 subscribers, or well, I did it at this is why I did it. FBA combos. I asked Chat GPT if you got 100 subscribers. So I did it by multiples of 10. I said 100. I said 1,000. I said 10,000. I said 100,000. I said 1 million. Hold on. Okay, good. I said 1 million. I said how many live viewers should they have, and how many total views should they have? And hold 1 second. So what you got to do? You got poop with pee.
Handle your business, Papa. Yeah, man. No doubt, man. We just kicking ass out here in the FBA. We up, yo. We up. All these damn Pan-African kids trying to get together, trying to figure out how to stop us, but they can't. They just be talking in circles. Tether babble, as y'all already know. Just babbling, trying to just undermine us and get us to think about some shit that we don't need to be thinking about. Are we black? We already know that. So we ain't got to go through that.
Okay, so I had already asked ChatGPT a while ago, because I want to know where I was if I was like on course, to be successful, right? It is worth my time. So I'm trying to remember. I think 100,000 subscribers. I think he needs to be in definitely the thousands for sure, live viewers. And when he end the video, he should have about, like I said, like 10 to 20,000. This dude is competing with me with 2,000 live viewers. This is a failure. This is a real grifter. All right. He's trying to find his lane. And matter of fact, what did he talk about before FBA? Let's see. Let's check this out. What did he talk about before FBA? All right. Look, 1,000 views. This guy's got 120,000 subscribers, and he 590. Bro, really? I'm done. 851. 120,000 subscribers, and he got 851 views. He got 920, 1.1. So his most views 700. This is a failure. This is a failing content. This is a real grifter. Grifters are failures. They're not successful. Tariq Nasheed or anybody that's winning, Professor Black, Professor Truth, TBA, they cannot be failures if they're doing 4,000 Alpha, dig Afro Elite. They are winning. Red Supreme, they're winning. Okay, a failure is this guy. He's a grifter. He got 900 total views, bro. And he has 120,000 subscribers. This is a grifter. He's trying to find how
A
can
lane.
he go viral?
Yeah.
So he's trying to
Mm-hmm.
use FBA right now. Listen to this fool.
But that
I don't think it needs to be revoked, but it does need to be revised. It needs to be specific language in that specific.
So again, just to catch you up, they're talking about the Dred Scott case, and
okay.
I'm sure most people, even the caller, the FBA caller, he probably don't know about it. Like this is not something easy to comprehend.
Amendment, because it was for foundational Black Americans. It was for people who were direct descendants of slaves. It was not for people who wanted to come from Asia, Europe, South America, Africa. It wasn't for none of that. So I do agree with you that birthright citizenship did give us our rights, which we did not have, but also there's a loophole there that has been exploited by damn near every other demographic, and it's not benefiting us in no way. So I actually hope that does get challenged in the court. Secondly, your second argument was immigration. You mentioned that, most of us live in inner cities, somewhere like Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, whatever you want to consider most of our major cities. And yes, there is a lot of foundational Black Americans who, for the longest, have occupied those cities. And look at what they look like now. Look at Los Angeles right now. Los Angeles is a sanctuary city. You go to Los Angeles, Black people are outnumbered to Hispanics, 10-1, 10-2. The Asian population is growing. There's more Arabs coming over here. There's a bunch of people that's coming over here to America that is displacing Black Americans, foundational Black Americans at that. So this whole idea of immigration and how it doesn't impact us, I would argue that it directly impacts us. And not only that, you say that immigration is a Black American problem. I don't really believe it is. I believe it's a problem for Black America, but it's not a problem that we should be fighting for directly. And if you look at every immigration act that's been made in the United States, not one of them, not literally even one of them, have anything to do with Black Americans. From the first immigrants that came over around the 1820s, which was the Irish and all of those. And then later on, there was more people who came from the same area. But I think it was more South, like Italians and the Spaniards and all of them, into modern day, which was post-civil rights. And that was the Asians, the Africans, the Hispanics. They've been coming to take over, bro. And I got every single immigration act that was ever even drafted, and not one of them mentioned anything about Black Americans. Not one of them was created for Black Americans. Not one of them addressed anything that has to do with Black Americans. Keep me updated on the time, by the way.
20 seconds.
Bet. From 2021 to 2024, there was approximately 2.4 million immigrants coming in per year under Biden administration, which was over 8 million immigrants that came into America, whether that's legally or illegally, in America over the last 3 years. And you tell me that doesn't affect Black Americans? I don't know. But I'll stop right there because I know I just hit my time.
Yeah, I only need a second speech right here, and you know what I'm saying, we starting right here, man.
Yep. Go ahead.
For y'all that's watching this, what should have became obvious to y'all is that when people allocate their time to certain shit, it tell you what they care about. This man and what he showed right here, most of FBA, they care more about opposing other Black people in this country than they caring about their own people. Now, it's a reason why I said I only made 3 arguments. The third argument I made should have been the first argument he got to that he didn't get to at all. Now, I know he lost. Now, when I told y'all that Donald Trump said he's going to start deporting the enemy within, he's going to start with the homegrown criminals. It's the reason why Mr. FBA didn't touch that, because not only did he know he would have, it was going to be an instant loss in this debate. It also showed y'all that they care more about opposing Black people in diaspora than they care about really loving Black people in this country. Now, he started making some claims about how the 14th Amendment was a Civil Rights Act. Come on, man. The Civil Rights Acts came in the 1950s at the earliest. The 14th Amendment came from the late 1800s, 1865. So it showed you that I don't know what part of the library FBA is in, but they're on the wrong side. You feel me? Second argument he made. So you point out there are loopholes and that the 14th Amendment was supposed to only be made.
Wait, I'm in the background. I'm actually busy FBA Convos, but I realized this guy is a complete fool. He doesn't know that that the 1800s, stop, go sit down. He don't realize that the 1800s was about civil rights. That's a fool. Yo, our first civil rights fight or movement was in the 1860s with Frederick Douglass. Yo, this is a fool. The second one was with Dr. King and A. Philip Randolph. This is a fool. So now that FBA guy, he's actually smart. I was listening to him. He's actually smart. So he know his shit. So he probably did know about the Dred Scott. He know his stuff. But he's light years above this dude education level as far as history in America concerning Foundation Black Americans and immigration. That FBA brother know his stuff. He's light years above this guy. Okay, he actually killed him. It's actually over. You dig? Because he showed. I don't know why this guy Chosen Lee would think that we benefit from immigration. We ain't never fight for immigration ever.
Hell
Not
no,
even during
ever.
the civil rights movement. We ain't of the 1960s. We never. Our activist leaders, they just fought for civil rights only. Now we didn't block immigration either. Like we were not in the way. We didn't behave like tethers. But we were definitely not supportive of immigration because how we benefit from that? We're not immigrants, right? We're citizens. So we're going to fight for citizenship like civil rights. And immigrants going to fight for immigration stuff like immigration status, right? That just makes sense. So that's why Black immigrants don't fight for civil rights because they're not citizens. They're going to fight for immigration rights and immigration status. That's just common sense. But this fool did not know that in the 1860s, Emancipation Proclamation 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. These are all civil rights. Like this is a nut. And he think he's winning. See, this is why I don't do that debate where we have 5-10 minutes to talk freely, say a bunch of dumb shit. I don't do that. I challenge you right away. We're gonna have a conversation. No real debate. We're gonna have a conversation. So when you say something dumb, I have the right to challenge you right away.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is I'm busy in the background cooking, but this is a fool.
I got you.
Or
Go
Black
ahead, cook.
foundational Americans, but you're forgetting about something that's very important to American law: the concept of equal protection under law. Now, this whole idea that the FBA has about we should only care about foundational Black Americans and this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. For y'all that's watching, give you a history lesson. Ellis Island is a part of New York City, where it is championed in our classrooms because the Europeans believe that other Europeans always already have the right to come here, you feel me, and literally benefit from the American dream. Now, recognize that when Donald Trump or FBA start talking about people not being born here, they ain't never talking about them Ukrainians. They ain't talking about them Italians. They ain't talking about them Germans. They usually had that type of nastiness towards somebody that looked like them. And what I know is that if you line up a Black American, a Haitian, a Nigerian, a Somalian, and you say, hey, so you think white supremacy is going to treat y'all different because your ethnicity, your national identity? No. No. Burkina Faso, or if you're in America, it don't matter. You don't get to control your resources. So what does it mean for you to say, I'm a foundational Black American? It don't mean shit. It don't mean nothing, especially when he's already agreed to me that the two laws about birthright citizenship is structured by the Black experience. There's no way for him to win this argument. No way for him to win this debate. Get into this right here, right? Settlers. White settlers.
Yeah, yo, there's nothing worse than debating a complete idiot. Okay, there's nothing worse than that. This dude is a complete idiot. There's no way I would ever agree to terms where he can talk for 5 minutes straight, 10 minutes straight, even 15 minutes straight. I cannot listen to this guy. Like I will be outside shooting hoops, watching the clock. I wouldn't even listen to one word he said. I'm dead ass. Like I could never debate somebody this stupid in a real debate forum, a real debate setting. I will be outside shooting hoops, watching my clock until it's my turn to talk. I won't even listen to one thing he said. Okay, I know he's not on my level at all. Like this guy is saying the most ridiculous shit ever.
Very
Donald Trump, immigration. Like, dude, why, dude? That, yo, again, Black activists from civil rights leaders from Frederick Douglass all the way to Dr. King spoke little to nothing about immigration. We cared about foundational Black Americans, and what white folks owe us. The civil rights movement, which he wouldn't know, is defined by 2 bullet points: racial discrimination and racial segregation. Anybody can Google it. Just Google what the civil rights was about. It's racial segregation and racial discrimination. And most idiots don't know that. So when they pull up over here, it's Cook City. You're arguing. What I don't do, FBA combos, I don't argue out of my education. You dig? When I don't know it, I just stay quiet and I'll Google it on the side, you know what I mean, to see and fact check you. But I don't argue outside of my education. Okay. This what they talking about is within my education. And this is a fool. We were immigration restrictionists. And I know he's never heard that term a day in his life. Okay, Foundation Black Americans were immigration restrictionists. We were not immigration, hey man, yeah, come over here and compete with jobs for us. Why the hell? Yeah, we barely getting jobs. Why we want to compete with jobs with more people? We already got these white trailer park dog missing teeth, methamphetamine, you dig, crystal meth, white trailer trash, garbage. We're already competing with them. Why we want a whole bunch of non-speaking English folks over here to compete with more jobs? That's going to accept the lowest wage ever. Why do you think A. Philip Randolph argued for like wage labor laws? You dig? Because they like, nah, we ain't going to work for something less than this. So why would we want immigrants to come over here to undermine what we just established, the law we just established? Why would we allow immigrants to come over here to work less than the wages that we agreed we won't work for? That just makes absolutely no sense. But listen to this fool talk. It's like annoying because like, yo, we got to stop being stupid in 2025. Yo, we got ChatGPT, we got Google AI, we got all this stuff to confirm whether we're right or wrong, and people just don't use it, which is retarded.
Are always able to come to America and benefit from birthright citizenship. It's the reason why Melania Trump and all of the foreign women that the Republicans always, married to, they never had an energy with. This also brings on the point. How come you FBA guys never had this energy towards the white supremacists? How come on Twitter it seems like FBA has more smoke for people within diaspora?
What's going on? Round the video stop. What's up? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Y'all showed y'all ass out today. I ain't never seen that many people in the chat, man. I remember, like I said, I keep on telling the story for as long as they let me. Man, when they first started this channel, it was just Ron, me, and Donnie. To see all of y'all pull up to these days, man, it's just a beautiful thing, man. I really appreciate that. The chat be on fire. The great atmosphere, man. You know what I mean? We just trying to hook up with everybody, you know? Like right now in the chat, you see my boy Lex, which is the holy FBA Codex, man. Listen, man. This man, he loved FBA so hard that this man was inspired and wrote himself a book, man. I got me a copy. Support the brother. And I like this book, man. I asked him, is this fiction? He said, no, these are all facts. So I'm going to use this book to debate people like Sabir Bey. I want my man Ron to tell that Sabir Bey story today before we leave today. He always go over to Sabir Bey, but he got that mute button. Always muting us FBAs. Just like we're over in the American Dream.
Well, I'm going to break your heart with Sabir Bey. You ain't debating him without, so the new charge is $400. But look, let me get on this guy right here. No wonder why this guy didn't accept my challenge. Yeah, Vic. You dig? This chosen league guy. All these subscribers, but nobody pulls up when he's live. He didn't accept my challenge. I'm like, dude, listen. And old boy did good too. but the format wasn't advantageous to old boy because Chosen Lee just want to rant for 10 minutes straight. He want to rant for 15 minutes straight. He wants to rant for 5 minutes straight. I'm not going to agree to those terms. No, bro. We're doing a regular conversation like how you and I right now talking, FBA Convos. Get over there. Everybody too. Yeah, we're not going to be talking where we just flow for 5 minutes straight. Once you say some dumb shit, I'm going to stop you and challenge you right away. That's the forum I like, where no lies go without being challenged. But hold on.
Expert or people that y'all I'm saying see as tethers, how come I got more smoke for them than y'all got for the actual white supremacists? Is it the tethers locking up niggas? No. Is it the tethers making sure niggas get, I'm saying, lack of access to education? No. Is it the tethers making sure that we don't get access to healthcare?
Let me address that. Yes, it is. Because the tethers are silent to white supremacists running amok. You dig? They are silent. They act like white supremacy does not exist. A lot of tethers become black conservatives, right? Jamaican Dream. So yes, they are doing it because they're acquiescing. They're turning a blind eye. They're acting like it's not happening. And then they sit there and debate that white supremacy doesn't exist, systemic racism doesn't exist, unfair sentencing doesn't exist, school to prison pipeline doesn't exist. These tethers, they sit there and really argue this. So yes, they are, my boy. They are team white supremacy. Yes, they are. They are doing that because they're siding with white supremacy when they do it. They're not, oh no, this is wrong. They're not doing that. They're not defending us. They're either being quiet or they're outright defending it, defending white supremacists. So yes, they are. This guy is a horrible debater. And no wonder why he didn't accept my challenge. And I might write him again.
No. But for somehow, if you listen to FBA, you would swear up and down that we should be blaming the immigrant from Barbados. You feel me? That's what we should have our beef with. That's what FBA had y'all thinking. And that's how I know they lost in the sauce. That's why I know, man. When it comes to Pan-Africanism or the African diaspora, the reason I know it matters something is because NATO is the agreement that white folks have amongst themselves to make sure they always got each other's back. Niggas like FBA, I believe they are manufactured by the FBI or the CIA. That's why they say FBA, because it's like FBI, right? They love to manufacture division and dissent amongst our communities. It's the reason why Malcolm X and Kwame Nkrumah and Fidel Castro was literally wiped out by people that look like us because you got individuals like this. I'm the most important.
Yeah, this dude said Malcolm X, who is known to be wiped out by the Nation of Islam. He says Castro was wiped out. I recall Castro dying from old age. And Kwame Ture, like, did he die from old age too? Like, what is this guy talking about? Folks being wiped out. You dig? By, I guess, white supremacists. That's a big lie. As a matter of fact, somebody new gave a comment. Let me find that. Hold on. Because I always acknowledge new comments, new people. So Diane Fitzgerald, she said, if the 14th Amendment civil rights were the same, wouldn't immigrants would have kind. Here, take this. Go sit down over there. No. Take that and go over there. Go eat at the table. So Diane Fitzgerald says, if the 14th Amendment and the civil rights were the same, wouldn't immigrants would have had come from other places other than Europe at that time? Origin is what the appellation of melanin people, the land is their home. Okay, so the first civil rights bill allowed rights exclusively to just black men. It excluded white women and also black women. Okay, so that was the first civil rights bill. All right, that's what people don't know. So black men had the right to vote, not women of any color. And that's why Stanton and Susan B. Anthony said, to hell with these ninjas. We hate them. You dig? And they waged war against us, and they pushed the whole women's suffrage movement at a diabolical level where they linked up with the Klan. They said, the hell with being an abolitionist. We're going to link up with the Klan. So a lot of these white supremacists, suspected white supremacists, are just opportunists. Like, they just want their movement passed. They don't give a damn who they got to befriend. They just want it passed. But oh boy, like, he clearly, FBA Convos, his best bet listen, don't accept my invitation. This
Mhm.
dude ain't on my level at 0. You dig? 0. Like this is gonna be a clear wash like the other guys that happened this morning. Even worse.
Yep. We just
Because he doesn't
smashed
know
them this
history.
morning.
Bro, if I ask him anything, Dred Scott case, if I ask him what the civil rights was based on, what 2 major bullet points, he's not gonna know nothing. If I even ask what was the first civil rights movement about, he's not gonna know the first one opposed to the second one. He's not gonna know that the first one was granted to just black men and no women at all. He's not gonna know that. So I'm like, damn. So you know the Freedmen's Bureau. I mean, you just lost, bro. The Homestead Act, 18. I mean, nothing. HOLC, all this stuff. He is clueless. Like he just skipped. He literally. He's one of those guys that talk about slavery, talk about civil rights, or the Civil War, and then jump all the way down to 1964 when the Civil Rights Movement Act was passed. That's what he does. He's not gonna say anything in between. I could tell. Oh man, I would love to beat him up and put him on the resume.
Important slave person because my plantation in America. I'm the most important nigga because my master was American. When I hear FBA, that's what I hear. A bunch of niggas identifying with a foundation that don't identify with them. Matter of fact, I'm a win any FBA nigga. The foundation of America is structured by anti-blackness. Education is elevation. This right here
The
is
foundation of what? This just sounds stupid. Hey,
I know.
wait. Let me put the link in for because remember, American Dream, he did his live, so now he'll give us the answers to blackness. So FBA Dream, that's the link right there, buddy.
foundation of America is structured by anti-blackness. Education is elevation. This right here is it's a dub. It's a reason why this man want to put his face on the camera because he knew that his face would be attached to his bad arguments he making. He didn't want to see that. He didn't want to see that. I respect you though for coming. You feel me? But disrespectfully, it's done. It's a dub. You feel me? You ain't even respond to it's like I made 3 arguments. You conceded one of them. The other one you tried to disagree and one of them you didn't get to. The point of me even saying I got 3 arguments was for you to get to them. You didn't even answer the arguments. The people watching this in debate, when you say you go in second and you give in a rebuttal, you have to respond to your opponent's arguments. Not a bunch of whataboutisms. No.
Yo, this dude doesn't know how to debate at all. All right, what the hell you talking about, bro? Wait, where you go? Wait, somebody hit the link and they left. Hey, bro, hit the link again, man. Why you leave? There's the link right there, man. Hit that. If you agree with this guy, hit that link for sure. Okay, like this dude said, he said the other brother should waste his time addressing his bullshit. Like, no, bro, he's going to present his argument, his facts to the topic. Like, what is this guy talking about?
Oh,
where we at in your time? Is it my turn?
Yes, sir.
All right. So the reason why I didn't address the third one is because I was trying to respect the time. You gave me 5 minutes, so I just wanted to shut it down there. But let's address that third argument about the idea of if the police are coming to the communities looking for immigrants, how that can directly impact Black Americans and why we should be putting ourselves on the front line to shield any type of discrimination to any immigrant group, whether that's an African.
Yo, did he go with the conspiracy theory that illegal aliens, illegal immigrants being arrested and deported is somehow going to lead to Black Americans being deported? Oh my God, this
Yeah, he sound
alarmist.
like some. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That
this
is so
alarmist
crazy.
talking points. Okay, hold on. We got revenue in the building. Hold on.
Oh shit.
Revenue, what's good, man?
Hey, what's up, Ron?
Yo,
I
you
say,
lucky, bro, because I had some questions for you, but I didn't expect you to call in, so I really don't remember them. But
yeah,
what
I was listening
was
to your
that?
live the other day,
Yeah, sure.
and I
It
guess you
was
were
it was
trying.
go ahead.
Pardon. I guess you were saying that black is exclusive for African Americans.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Why not?
In what sense? You said it wasn't federally. You said it's not federally recognized or something. You said something about
Okay.
federally.
Okay, listen, real simple. black. Well, okay, let's back up. Because remember, last time you had amnesia. So let me ask you again. When was the first time anybody in the continent of Africa referred to themselves as black as an identity?
The Sudanese people, land of the
What
blacks.
what year?
The 7th century?
Okay, bro, you just said the Sudanese people. Are you retarded? I said, look at this guy, FBA Combos. I said black as an identity. You just said Sudanese is their identity, stupid. I said which people, well, okay, for example, black Americans, bro, there's nothing above black. We're just black. What else are we?
What
You
does
think
Sudan means?
okay, dude, listen, no. And not what it means. We're saying, is Sudanese, is there called Sudanese today as an identifier? Yes
Yeah.
or no? Okay, is there a country called Sudan?
Yeah.
Okay, you're dumb. So there's Sudanese. I'm saying black people in America, we only call ourselves black. There's no other alternative. Black replaced Negro, black replaced colored, black replaced Afro, if that was around at that time. But we're black. There's no other, it's not a nickname, it's not an alternative. It is the only identifier we call ourselves by. So try again. What people in Africa call themselves black and nothing else as their ethnic identifier? Go. Let's start with Africa. Go.
I just said the Sudanese people. Sudan
You
means the
just
land of
said
the
Sudanese.
blacks.
Okay, all right, let's move on. He's stupid. So let's move on to the islands. You stupid. So now to the islands. What islander call themselves black as their exclusive identifier and nothing else? Go.
The whole Caribbean call themselves black.
You just said the Caribbean. Look at you. Okay, all right, bye. All right, we're hollering. Like you too dumb to understand what I'm
So
asking
you don't want to
bro.
go with the.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you too. He's
They
going.
just
He's going.
saying stuff. Yeah, we got that Babylon out of here, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm
Did
not
you know
doing that.
Sudan became a country in 2011? I didn't even know that. Sudan became a country in 2011,
Bro,
bro.
all of those people became countries in the 1960s, 1970s, 1980s. Like this dude said the Sudanese people, if they were actually black, he would say the black people. the black people. Yo, listen, he said the land of blacks. What is he missing? When we say we're black, there's no other name to call us. Black is literally replacing Negro, color, any other term of identity. All right? What is he missing? Then I said the islands. He said the Caribbean people. You just said the Caribbean people. So why do the Sudanese got a flag or tribal? So when they were tribal, they said they're black, or did they call themselves after the tribe? Like, what are we talking about? We got another person. Yeah, so I'm not doing that tonight. Some retarded, because the chosen one is already retarded. I'm not doing double retardedness. Okay, so Abniba. What's good, brother? Sister, whoever you are.
This V4.
Oh, peace.
Hey, what up, B?
Yo, check this out, right? Whatever you just tried to do, American Dream, he did a live, I believe that was yesterday, where he read off some stuff concerning people being called black, and as opposed to he did a ChatGPT thing, right? Where it gave him a history of the term, the usage of the term black. And in that history he was reading, part of that was that when they mentioned the Sudan, if I'm not mistaken, when they mentioned the Sudan, it mentioned other people calling them black, not themselves calling themselves
exactly.
black.
And
so
look,
he's trying to flip it right now.
Wait, hold on. Wait, let me build on that. And if you talk about white folks, when they call people black, it was a savage, primitive, racist term. They didn't use it as he's black and strong and black power, black Wall Street. When white people called you black, it was undermining you. It was inferiority, things like that. But good point, V4. You're saying other people
there was a whole history.
They didn't call themselves black.
Yes. In the history that was being read off, broke it off between historically of ancient times and contemporary. And what he did read in the ChatGPT, where contemporarily the first group of people that identified as themselves as black was during the 1960s, and it was and the ChatGPT said that was the diaspora. That's what he read off. Yeah, American Dreams in the chat right there. He said before you paid attention. That's a fact I did. So what Reverend just tried to do though, he tried to reposition it as if the Sudanese were calling themselves black when they weren't.
Right.
It said
Right.
that other people were calling them black, not themselves. They didn't identify themselves as black.
Hey, bro, I know they're stupid. I know they don't get it.
No,
And
he's
that's why
not stupid. He plays games.
No, I think he's actually stupid because he came over here and displayed that many times. He sat here and said that Africans didn't sell us. He said Europeans went in there and kidnapped us. That's stupid.
I'm gonna give you another example of why he played games. He was on a live with American Dream another time before, and they brought up the DNA stuff that I was trying to talk to you about before. He likes to get into the haplogroup thing, and I try to explain how you cannot necessarily go with haplogroups. Haplogroups don't necessarily mean you belong to the same group of people. And I was posting the information in the chat, and he got mad and tried to disparage me and said something to the effect that said I don't believe in genetics, but I'm in science and genetic science, but I'm posting this stuff, which is false. But here's the thing. Even if I didn't believe in genetic science, you state you do. So if I'm posting the science that contradicts you,
right?
What does that say about you?
You got to adhere to it. Like that's your measuring stick.
And the
You accept that.
And the information was showing how you got people from Europe and you got people from Central Africa belonging to the same haplogroup, but are two distinct different people.
Wow.
I still got the information. I was posting it in American G's chat, but he got mad at that and tried to disparage me instead of deal with it. You got people who are European and you got people who are freaking Central African belonging to the same haplogroup.
Wow, that's crazy.
This is the type of stuff I was trying to bring forward, saying this stuff is accurate to a certain degree, but you cannot take it with certainty. This is why when you get the box, it tells you when I was talking about the DNA test for entertainment purposes only. This is why it does that.
No. Right. No. It's not what does that. It does because we already read that. It does that because it's not about. I'm vaguely just recalling it. It does that because we actually read the reason why it does that. It does that because it's like it's a disclaimer because it's not producing medicine. For example, they don't want you to like look at that and then base that on what medicine you can take or don't take. So it has everything to do with medicine.
I get with that. Yeah, I get with that. Yeah. But I get that.
So that's why it says entertainment purposes only.
But remaining with the haplogroup thing, right? When you get into it, you'll find you say, hold on. So if you're telling me, right, I belong to the same haplogroup, those are my people. But they also tell you that because you belong to the same haplogroup don't mean you're the same group ethnically. So therefore, you got two different race of people, totally different ethnic groups, totally different races belonging to the same haplogroup.
You got to send me that information right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into my
Wait, say it one more time because I just might remember it. Say it one more time.
You have
no from the top, like make his argument and then make your rebuttal.
He likes to attach FBA to haplogroups in Africa as proof that we belong to that we are Africans. We belong to the same people because we share the same haplogroup. I posted information showing that you have a group of Europeans and Central Africans who belong to the same haplogroup. Two different races, two different ethnicities.
Yeah, he's dead.
So
if I research that and that says what it says, he's dead.
It doesn't mean so haplogroups don't necessarily mean you belong to the same group of people. It's an estimation.
Well, the way you explained it, it just showed that these two different ethnic groups share the same haplogroup.
That's
just
it. That's it.
So basically, they're just misrepresenting the haplogroup information. Like it's not that. So the burden ain't on science. The burden on people who take the science and reinterpret it something that it doesn't represent.
This is why I was saying he's playing games, man.
Yeah, well, he does the same thing on Tariq when he calls in. He'll come over here and get cooked and get educated, and then he'll go to Tariq Nasheed and use my information, and then try to twist up over there and try to confuse them. Yeah, like he's a piece of shit garbage guy, and so are you too, Jamaican Tether. That's why you guys don't have no views over there, man. You guys are like 5, 6 views because you're liars, man. People know better. People can just Google this shit and chat GPT and AI, Google AI, and bro, you can't lie
Yeah,
in 2025, man.
I was posting it. And instead of, and they wouldn't even read it off, but he was reading it because he commented. He commented and basically said, "Yeah, this guy doesn't even believe. He thinks he's an Indian." I never said I was an Indian. He said he doesn't believe in science. I didn't say I didn't believe in science. I challenged what you were promoting as opposed to what, and I put things in their proper space as I know it, right?
Yeah.
So, but when I was posting what he believed and showing what he believed was contradictory to what the science says, now it don't matter what I believe. If you believe in this
Right.
science and this is what it's saying
Right.
and it contradicts you, and you say you're about scholarly,
Yeah, this
he
is your
likes to promote
standard.
scholarly research, right? Your standard is believing in scholarly research. You go with you said you go with the professionals, right?
The
So
consensus, peer review.
boom,
That's how
there
they
you
talk.
go. So instead of dealing with what I was posting, he tried to turn it on me to talk about me. That's why I'm saying he's full of shit. He has confirmation bias. He wants to believe in what he wants to believe, and he will only push information that he thinks agrees with himself. And if it doesn't necessarily agree with him, he changes it to try to make it agree with him. That's what he just tried to do on your channel just now with the Sudanese stuff. It didn't say they called themselves Sudanese. It said, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, when American Dream was reading it, I believe it said the other Arab groups was calling them black.
Hey y'all, but again, bro, they weren't calling them black because Arabs don't speak English. See, that's the thing. When I say black, I'm literally saying
Talk about
the
English.
English letter B, but I made this clear to these guys, right? I didn't play when they say Negro, Negro, all that type of stuff, Niger. I make it clear. I say, bro, I ain't talking about Negro. I ain't talking about Niger and Greek. I'm saying black, my boy. English letters, English
What you think it
language.
is? What you think it is, Ron? I have this conversation. I say this. Sometimes we got to make them understand and tell them this so they can understand it better. Black in America, that term is not just a racial designation. It's a socio-political designation that's tied to a particular group of people that they call African Americans today. It's a socio-political designation simultaneous with skin color. So when you see people saying, right, you see melanated people saying when they say I'm not black, they're not saying they're not black as a race.
Right.
They're
They're
saying
not
I'm not
dark.
black
Yeah.
American. That's a
Right.
socio-political removal from themselves. That's what that is. That's
Hey,
socio-political delineation.
yeah. So the thing
So
is
they
this.
understand it.
So the thing is this. It's hard to have a conversation with them. You know why? Because they're never going to be honest.
Yeah.
You dig? So that's first and foremost. So it says nothing you're going to say to get them to understand the words out of your mouth, because they are dealing with, like you said, confirmation bias and deception, where FBA's just got to be wrong. We can't be right. They can't concede no points. That's why I make revenue dudes bow down when I'm right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's first and foremost. I try my best. And as you see, I invited damn near everybody from the conscious community. I had Brother Reggie, had Chief X, I had Unc. You dig? I'm trying to get Dr. Maya over here. So I'm making a conservative effort to get all these Pan-Africanists over here to have these discussions. I'm trying to see who is going to be honest. As you can see, Unc wasn't honest. He had 2 chances. He got 2 strikes. So I'm inviting him back over to try to be honest the 3rd time. Brother Reggie was on here 3 times, struck out. He's just a liar. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
He's a liar.
Let me impart something to help out in that area, right? You mentioned this about the Pan-Africans. I want to say this. The reason why Pan-Africanists are fighting so hard, in my estimation, is because this is how they've been eating. If Pan-Africanism is destroyed, they know nothing else. See, without Pan-Africanism, right? How are they going to eat? How are they going to set their table?
Of course.
Where are they going to go? So I believe the part of the visceral reaction to delineate FBA's delineation. No other group spends money puts money into and spends on Pan-Africanism other than us as
Right.
a collective
Yeah.
group. So if we delineate, you kill the golden goose. Think about that. What other group, as a collective group, and invest their money in Pan-Africanism in any substantial form, in any substantial way? That's
None of
FBA. So
them.
when you said,
None of
so
them.
when
Right.
you, yeah, no, so when you said when you said they can't survive without FBA, I said Ron's right. Think about it. I said to myself, Ron's right. If we remove FBA from Pan-Africanism, financially, who picks up the bag? Who picks up the pieces? Nobody. So
Pan-African?
Pan-Africans are there to take, they're not giving.
They don't
Right.
even
No, no,
trust
no.
each other.
Pan-Africanist isn't that's just that's just a belief.
We know that, but they
But
set
yeah,
up little
I'm responding
spaces.
I'm responding to FBA Convo because he said
Oh,
Pan-Africanist takes the depth, and I was saying, well, that's not answering the question because that's just a belief. So you have people dealing that have ethnic names, part of ethnic groups, Foundation Black Americans, Sudanese people,
yeah,
Haitians, and what he's asking, which one of those people is going to take that debt, take that financial burden to keep Pan-Africanists going on and replace the FBA? And he said Pan-Africanists. I'm saying that wasn't the answer. The answer is which countrywoman is going to take on that debt, take on that financial burden
yeah, as
to
a
push
collective group.
Pan-Africanism, right? And it's
Yeah,
zero, none of them, because they broke ass third world countries, man. They can't do it.
yeah. So think about it. If you go back, let's go back between 2015 and say 2019, 2020, right? Remember the conscious community, right? Because most of the conscious community is they are Pan-Africans as well, majority of them, right? When they would be giving these debates, these speeches, selling their books and their products, right? The majority of people that were participating in that were what? Well, who? FBA. You had a sprinkle of individuals. You had a sprinkle of individuals who might have been half of this, or their parents came from here, but the majority of that body, right? That social body was foundational Black Americans. So when you remove
Yeah,
when
hold
you
on. Now let's
remove
talk about it. You got the Amara Squad, all foundational Black Americans.
facts,
You got Jabari foundational. You got Shaka Atmos foundational. You got Young Pharaoh foundational. You got Polite. So yeah. So like when you talk about all these guys, yeah, they're literally foundational Black Americans. Rarely any of them are Jamaican, and really Brother Reggie Pan-Africanism, Pan-Africanist. Yeah. So really all of them was basically FBA. Zero was a Black immigrant or somebody that was the first, second gen.
yeah. So now, if you just look at it from that small view and say, hey, that micro, that just that look at it from a micro point of view. At that point, you say all those views, the YouTube broadcasting, all of it is cooked. All of it is cooked. This is why you have a visceral reaction. They know and understand this, man. They know and understand this. So, we have to start getting into effective strategies and tactics among ourselves as a group, right? Hold on. For example, when somebody I see how you do try to say you're a leader. I ain't like that conversation. That sound like, I don't know. That sound
He was
crazy.
trying to throw my man's off. He was trying to throw my boy Ryan off and shit.
Yeah,
We peeped
yeah,
it.
yeah. I didn't like that. And then your
We peeped it.
response, Ron, should be no. The code is the leader.
Yeah,
Every time,
yeah.
no. The code is the leader.
The
And if you try
lineage.
to, and if you're trying to, and then if you keep saying it, and they keep trying, and they keep trying to push you as a leader, say, I'm going to think you're an FBI agent if you don't understand what I'm telling you. The code is the leader.
Yep.
We got to start dealing with strategies and tactics.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So therefore, right? Individually, we are working as individuals, but part of the collective. What the code, if we're working within the code as individuals, we're working as a collective at the same time.
That's what we need.
That's why I
That's
post
what we
what I say.
need.
You don't notice when I put the code in your and I post what the code is in your chat.
Mm-hmm.
I want people to take that, pick it up, and push that everywhere. This is the code.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
I want them to push it everywhere. This is the code. The code is the leader. Get on code and stay there. The code is the leader.
Yeah.
If somebody come tell you, yo,
Yes.
you're the leader. Yo, are you an FBI agent? You CIA? So why are you trying to
For
make me the
sure.
leader of something?
Mm-hmm.
Back
Right.
them off just like that. The code is the leader. And if you think anything
Right.
else, you're an FBA. You're not FBA. You're a rabble rouser, and you're an agent.
Yup.
It's simple as
I'm
that.
glad. Yep. I totally agree, V-Flo. Totally agree.
That's a fact, man. I just wanted to. I wanted to call in and impart my view just a
Nah,
little
yeah,
bit.
nah, definitely. You brought a different energy to the live. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I'm more of a morning person. Although I'm live right now, but I'm more morning. So I'm like people could catch me slipping right now. Cause I'm not as aggressive as I would be in the morning. You feel me?
I
So
get
yeah,
you. So
so
you
yeah.
know what you got to do, Ron? You gotta
Mhm.
you gotta use your brothers. You got a team.
Yeah, well, that's why I put the link out there. Like, yo,
Yeah, you
FBA
got a team,
Convos,
but you
hop
don't always
on.
put the link. Sometimes I be wanting to follow up with the layup with
Oh
you with
no!
the alley
All
oop,
y'all got,
but you don't
all
always
y'all
put
got
the
to
link,
do,
bro.
all y'all got to do is say, because of course, why would I not have my supporters? You did, y'all supporting with your attendance, you're supporting with likes, subscriptions, and you're supporting with financially. You dig? So why would I not send a link to people who support? You
Like, yo, I
know?
got the alley up for him right now. Because another thing you go through sometimes is that you going back and forth with different people. So sometimes you're not gonna, sometimes you're not gonna catch everything. You're going through it with different
Yeah,
people. You
yeah,
respond, you showing you got a whole thing you're doing with the video here and there, and
yeah. I'm
that's
not even paying attention. Yeah,
yeah. So that's why I'm like, oh, he tried to get us. He tried to. And here's the thing. Here's the funny thing about it. American Dream posted. You paid attention, V4, right? He took something American Dream said that was totally opposite of what he was trying to push right now, right? And turn it upside down in order to attack you with it. And he tried to come
okay,
off. He tried to make it like he was going to come off so intellectual at the same time, like you didn't know what you were talking about.
right.
So this
Yeah,
is why I'm like, this is why I keep saying he know what he's doing. He's being a rabble rouser, bro.
but the thing is
That's
this.
devilishment. He's practicing devilishment.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Right. It's definitely goofy as tetherism, but V4. That's why I don't. If you think about it, FBA convos
Yep.
and V4. I don't even promote myself. This channel ain't called Unbiased Ron. Like
Facts.
people don't even know my name. they just hear a voice.
Facts.
They just hear a voice speaking on FBA update. That could be you. That could be FBA convos.
But that's
That
the
could be the
beauty in
watcher.
it.
That could be Don. It could be anybody. You dig?
But
So so
look at the beauty in it. This is why it's so powerful, because they don't know who the fuck we are. But if
right.
as long as we attach to the code, right? They don't have to know who you are. They know it's a problem though.
Right. So he over here saying unbiased Ron, unbiased Ron. It's like, dude, nobody know who unbiased Ron is. People just know who FBA News and Updates is.
Facts, bro.
You dumbass.
You was talking about some things before, and I had some ideas. I said, yo, man, for example, right? Moving past just talking about debunking these dudes, right? A lot of people are looking for what's the next move? What's the next move? I'm gonna tell you what people the next move is. The next move is pulling yourself off of these Democrat and Republican designations and go re-register yourself as an independent voter. That move alone as a collective by itself is going to put them on point on notice that they serious. You don't need a leader to
Yeah,
do that.
I agree with that point. Yeah, I
They
agree
understand.
with something got to change, and why not just try it out, see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, you just hey, you're a Democrat, you listed as a Democrat, take yourself off of that and go register as an independent voter. You're a Republican, take yourself off of that and go register as an
I think I
independent
might do
voter.
that.
And another thing, this is my thing right here
I think
too.
I might do that.
I'm gonna shoot another thing past you. I don't believe we should just sit on the couch and not vote. I think we should show up and on the voting when you go in to vote, just write in FBA tangibles. Don't vote for nobody. Write on it FBA tangibles, FBA reparations, FBA anti-black hate crime bill.
Right.
They're gonna know we showed up, but we chose not to vote for nobody.
Yeah, I think there's something there with that.
But those two actions alone, they're gonna say this is not an internet thing.
Yeah, especially if it comes in like the millions. Yeah, I definitely believe that that's going to hit hard.
So now I think we should start promoting that. So therefore, that moves around. They're gonna be like, okay, they dead ass serious, right? Even when the census thing come around, right? When that census form, the box for race, when you check Black or African American, under that you have to put your origins, right? On the origins under there, you could write in foundational Black American.
Right there. I
Boom.
will.
Boom. That
Right
can
there.
if we get that done in the millions, the OMB would look at that and say, God damn, we might this is what they're calling themselves. They're not letting us name them. They're naming them, they're naming themselves.
They ain't checking that box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. Right in. Because there's a box that says Black or African American for race. Right?
Right.
It says Black or reparations for race. I mean Black or African American. Then right under that it says now it says and then under that it asks you to put in where you're from. So if you check Black or African American but you're Jamaican, you got to write Jamaican in that big box under it.
Okay, Jamaica,
so
right.
we should just we check Black and we write foundational Black American.
Yeah.
On the
I like that.
census. That's what we do. Boom. You take yourself off a Democrat, you take yourself off a Republican, and you register as an independent. You go to vote, but you don't vote for nobody. You write in foundational Black American. If you want to write Freedman in those spots, you write Freedman. Whichever you desire.
Whatever you think you are,
if you want to write
that represents your lineage, right? You write that in there.
If you want to write ADOS, you want to write foundational Black American, you want to write Freedman, all are fine. But when you go to vote, you go in, you write ADOS, tangibles, ADOS, reparations, ADOS, anti-Black hate crime bill.
Yeah. I agree with Unique Banks. He said everyone write the same thing. So even though you might call yourself ADOS or Freeman, I would say go with the most popular term. Like you got Ann Coulter, you got a lot of people saying you got Fat Joe, goofy, sloppy ass. Everybody's saying foundational Black American. So I would say just go with that. You know, you can call yourself what you want to do in your private life, but I would say just go with that because that's the most popular term. And you got extreme Republicans, conservatives using that term as well. So I'll say go with the term that's hot and call yourself what you want to call yourself at home.
I just wanted to leave space for people who might want to say, I'm not going to write that. Okay, if you don't want to write that, but I prefer we go with foundational Black American myself.
Yeah, because it's the most popular term. And also when that's there in the millions, you know, that's heavy. But if you are writing ADOS or Freedman, and then that means it's 100,000 to each term. So that's not really power.
Yeah. But it's not really right. However, we want to put this in perspective where we're not asking them, we're telling them. We're not asking them to name us, we're telling them. So whether they put it on there or not, we're going to put it on there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think those three actions alone right there will get a lot of steam.
Yeah. That's definitely going to catch folks' eyes, and it's definitely going to bring awareness. I think it's going to bring awareness, especially if those who know is about the lineage respond like that, because they say we're internet, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like we're real humans, you dig, and we are deep. We're deep in 100,000, and we might be near a million. So so if that many people make that change on that ballot, like you're saying, in those censuses, I think that's going to draw people like wow, because I really believe there's no coincidence. I mean, how the fuck does Ann Coulter know to say foundational Black Americans? Her ass is somewhere where that was stated over and over and over, and she looked it up, or somebody in her cabinet gamed her and like, yo, this is large movement where Black Americans are saying they're foundational, and Donald Trump already acknowledged that, So they're like, yeah, fuck it. Well, then Foundation Black America. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
what I really believe. Like these guys are not oblivious. Like, and then they chat GPT it. It
Yeah,
tells them
I was
Foundation Black
talking to my
Americans and so
lady
and so and so
about
and
that.
so. Yeah.
I was talking to my lady about that, right? And I said, having Ann Coulter speak about this is major in the sense that she moves she has a voice in white
Mm-hmm.
America,
Yep.
especially white American on the
Yes. Yes.
conservative white America,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you first of all, you know they were listening to this when they started the Foundation of White American thing. You know they were listening to it,
Right.
right? She
Yeah.
also stated
They
foundational
understand that.
Americans.
Yeah. The Foundation of White Americans. They understood. Wow, that is a good title
Yes.
to call yourself
They
because you
understand
know
it.
why? Wait, hold on. That separates the white folks who are not foundational. They're like, yeah,
Yes,
hold on.
they separate
I
them.
like that term. Yeah,
If
my
you came
mom
in through
was here
Ellis Island, you're not
1820
a
years.
foundational white American.
Exactly.
If the family
So
came in through
even
Ellis
white folks,
Island,
yep.
you're not facts.
At all.
So,
At all.
and now I'm gonna show you something. She had a conversation with somebody she was doing an interview with, and she combined the two by calling us collectively foundational Americans.
Okay. Wow.
So I said, yo, this is big. I said, I don't really like the combination per se, right? But I understand what she's doing. She's drawing the line saying there are foundational Americans, whether black or white, and there are non-foundational Americans. That's what she's doing. She's drawing the line.
Yeah, I
Right?
don't mind. Look, I don't mind because again, she's white. I don't expect her to use our term. So she's gonna use her twist. I don't mind her representation of who everybody is, like, because that's how she's gonna express her shit from a conservative aspect. Like, I get it. Like, you're not gonna really agree with us. You're gonna define it the way your party. The way you think is best for your party.
And let me say this too. It's imperative. Everybody listening in this chat, please pay close attention to this. One of the reasons why we have to attack the census. The census is used to dictate where monies is distributed to which groups. So part of our delineation, right? We're delineating so therefore we can separate ourselves from other people, not just so that when they see us and they know who's who. We need them to know who's who based on what we're supposed to receive for ourselves and what our inheritance is not given to anyone else. The census is used partially to figure out where monies are distributed to as it relates to minorities, minority groups, and various they got these budgets out there, federal budgets out there for particular groups, right? Who does go to? This goes to these people. This goes to these people. So putting the foundational Black American on that census is major with delineation. So therefore, they know who that money should be going to and who it should not be going to. Facts.
Yeah.
100% facts. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I like this right here because sometimes I'll be frustrated. Like I can't tell my people my ideas. I need somebody that I could bounce this off of.
Right.
Hell yeah, V4 man, we love you, baby. I know, I like that. I like it. I wasn't even thinking that, but now I'm on code.
You're on code. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post again in the chat, a little definition of what the code is and all of that. And if y'all like it, take it and propagate it and promote it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because Pinky even said, she said, we got a lot of haters around. She said, she talks to some of these people, they seem like they FBA, but when you talk to them, they're off code. Guess what?
Right.
That's what the code is supposed to do. It's supposed to reveal who you are. If you are a tether and you're fronting like you FBA, the code itself is going to move you apart. It's going to separate the wheat from the chaff. The code itself.
Exactly.
Right? The code itself. You can't beat it. Because even if you are FBA, if you're off code, you're a goddamn raccoon.
Facts. Yeah, it's no way around that. If you off code, like that's what you are. And guess what? And we're gonna We're gonna isolate you and we're gonna remember you.
That's
you
right.
Dig? So when shit get moving, I remember who you were, and I remember what you said.
There ain't no second chances.
Yeah, that's it. No, you get one chance. That's it.
Yeah, like earlier today, my man's what was my man name? The African The last African with that name right there, Ryan. I was like, why he got a rich? He had a wrench. So I don't know how he snuck a wrench, and he started running off at the Babel.
Oh yeah,
Man,
yeah.
was
But
all
not, but
on
no.
point.
But that's the thing with the guy with the brother who called him by DNA. So my thing
Yeah.
is, listen, look, DNA, I don't care because we're not on that right now, right? Like we're just taking testimonies right now. The DNA thing, all that dumb shit, all the proof, the receipts, that's gonna come later. Right now, we're at the stage. We're at stage one. We're
Yeah.
just saying who identifies as FBA Adolph's freedmen, but really who identifies with the lineage, right? That's all we at right now. Stage one.
Guess what?
So
We could
so
we
so
could
ho-
stay
hold on,
stage one.
wait, hold on, just 1 second. So this is just for the chat. So right now, what's most important is who identifies with the lineage, right? We don't need proof. We just need we just need what's that called? We just need uh
Affirmation.
that's it. That's it. Hey, a
All right.
pledge. There we go. No, hold on,
Pledge.
I,
Yes.
wait, hold on. I ain't done. Yeah, we just need a pledge. Who is pledging to be FBA? Now you're gonna prove it later, but not right now. It might be 2-3 years later. But right now,
And
we
for
just.
those, let
But
me say
hold
this,
on.
Ron.
Wait.
Oh,
Let
okay.
me just get it out before I forget. But right now, we're just taking a head count. That's all we're doing. We're just taking a head count. Who is FBA? Who's Freeman? Who's Adolphs? We're taking a head count for about 2-3 years. But eventually, yes, you will be required to bring your receipts eventually. But right now, this is not the time. It's about the head count. That's all. So anybody can say I'm FBA, and guess what? I'm gonna wrench them up as long as. But now we know at some point your language in the chat is gonna be suspicious. Like, oh
And I'm
boy.
gonna post the FBA code because this is universal. This is universal for what we're doing. This is not my personal idea what the code is, right? But if anybody is outside of the code, right, you don't got to worry about them. For now, you don't have to worry about them. How you saying proving who they are? If they off code, it proves who they are. You already know. If he's off code,
Right.
either he's a raccoon or a tether.
Right.
So they're pledging. We get the pledges, and we expect everybody who's pledging to be on code. Simple as that. If you're off code, you're raccoon or tether. That's all we got to do. Right? If you're not about gatekeeping, right? The politics, intellectual property, culture, economics, business of and education of Black people, right? You're off code.
Yep. You over there screaming for Africa? You off code.
You off code. You off code. If you want to take half our plate and give it to somebody else just because, you're off code.
You off code. Off code.
All right, big brother.
Wait. No. Don't leave us. Hold on. Don't leave just yet.
All right. Let's stay on here. Post that. Y'all still hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. I want to see if I can post this. See so you can see what
you done got.
Okay. So now wait. Let me ask you this. Let's rewind. So you said American Dream said back because I heard Kwame say the 7th century, right? So he said in the 7th. So is he saying in the 7th century, Sudanese people were called Black?
They said there was another group of people that were referred to them as Black, but never. But they
Wait, stop.
themselves.
Wait. Slow down.
Okay.
Because when we talk, right, we got to use punctuation marks. Okay. Right? Because without that, it's chaotic. Okay. So first thing is the 7th century. Is that the correct date that they used?
I don't remember what century the date was. I don't remember the date.
But what was the ethnic group that they were dealing with? Is it Sudanese people?
He had mentioned several people, and he did mention the Sudanese there. He did mention the Sudanese.
Right. And he's saying the outsider group. So who was the outsider? Do you know?
I know he had mentioned Arab groups. At one point, he mentioned
no problem. Now, what video was this? Cause you know I'm gonna do. I'm just go there and look at it and just cook them. Right.
It was a live. I don't remember. It was a live he was reading.
When?
It was a live.
Do you know
either
which?
yesterday or the day before.
All right, so that's all. That's how you know. I just need like a roundabout. I listen, bro. When I say I'm a researcher, FBA convos and V4, I really mean that. Like this is while you guys are having fun and doing what y'all do, I'm on my shit reading. That's why. And look, and not only am I a good researcher, I'm good at retaining the information for years. You dig? Like I have that ability to like read something and retain it for years. So right now, I could have a conversation right now. You guys ain't never hear me talk about the Nation of Islam doctrine. But if you got some Nation of Islam members on here right now or former members, I can have you would be like, God dang, you know that too? Okay. So I'm saying like I have chemistry, like I study chemistry. Like so what I'm saying is like when I read stuff, my retainability is like really like abnormal. Like it's on another level. Right. So even though I don't talk about something with you guys, 'cause I don't believe it's relevant towards the topic, towards what we like to hear, but that don't mean that unbiased Ron don't know about it. And that's what tethers go wrong at. They don't hear me talk about something, so they think I don't know it. Then they get on here and they say some shit and they get cooked. It's like, wait a minute, you fucked up. I know about that. You fucked up. I know about that. And guess what? I'm freestyling. I'm winging it. I'm not prepared, but I know more than you right now. You dig? But I always had that ability. You dig? I always had that ability. I remember I had one in the third grade. It was an elementary school from first to fifth. I won. Like they had a math thing where they had 100 addition problems, subtraction, multiplication, division. I got first place because of my ability to retain like the charts, the multiplication charts, 1 to 100, division, 1 to 100 math. You know what I mean? Like I got first place. You dig? So I knew very early on in my life that I can retain information really fast, just like Polite, just like Young Pharaoh, and just like the other guys that you watch on, the YouTube. Like I have that same ability to remember stuff for a long time, even though we don't talk about it. I still know it. You dig? Like even like the Hebrew Israelite doctrine, the Bible, I know it very well. Even though you guys never heard me talk about it, but other folks did. You dig? So unbiased Ron knows a lot about. So with this right here, where we're at now with Black History, I ain't gonna lie, I had to revamp. Okay. So yes, for all this we talking about now, I didn't remember this like that. So I had to revamp, reread, re-educate, and now I'm pretty good. I'm not saying I'm like I could teach at university, but I'm pretty solid where I'm respectable if I talk to like a scholar. And that's why I'm trying to get Dr. Maya on here or any scholar, you dig? I'm trying to get them on here because I believe some of them are lying. I believe they know the truth, but they're romanticizing Africa and they're downplaying Black American achievements. And I want to expose that within them. I want to show, hey, you have confirmation bias. Like so my question is now Dr. Maya admitted, so now she ain't got to worry about it because I watched her stuff. She admitted that Africans did sell us. You dig? So Unc was on that panel, so that's why I was confused. And we spoke.
I was watching you when you was talking about that.
Yeah, and we spoke in public afterwards. I said, why do you embarrass yourself? I said, you was on the same live with Dr. Mayat, and she admitted the African sodas, and you sat there and embarrassed yourself in my live. And he copped pleas and whatever. So I actually made that video unlisted, by the way, if y'all noticed that. The me and Unc, now the whole video is there, but I'm saying that I had uploaded just me and Unc conversation on that. I made it unlisted because I'm gonna give him a chance to come on the live and correct himself. You dig? Now, if he doesn't do that, I'm gonna make that video back public. But right now, I'm giving him grace to correct himself and say, yes, Africans did sell us to white people. White people did not go and kidnap, steal us, all these crazy terms that people use. That didn't happen. Okay. They brought out their checkbook and they said how much, and a bunch of African coons, you dig, start to round us up, and they sold us. And when they sold us, so did our ability to be African went out the window. So once they exchanged us into white people's hands, our African is stayed in Africa. So that's my argument. That's why I say we're not African. Once you, because again, when white folks sold us over here in America, when they started this selective breeding, when they sold us, guess what? You're no longer under the Harrison plantation. You are now under the Jefferson or whoever, Williamson plantation. So once you sell something, the ownership stays and you're now adapting the new identity of who's taking you in. So white people took us in, and they became American, and that's who we are. You dig? It's just that simple for me.
And here's the thing, right? All right. This is I wanted to talk to you about this before when you were challenging them about the selling of the slaves, right? Oh, we didn't sell these. Here's several points that makes them how can I say, disqualify themselves. If you're a scholar to any degree that most Pan-Africanists like to make themselves out to be, if you tell me you did all this study and you don't see and you haven't found or read how Africans aligned themselves with the European powers at the time to capture, right? They weren't kidnapped. They were kidnapped by other Africans.
Right. Well, yeah. You can say right. There's a bunch of terms you can use, but I'm saying scholarly. I didn't read too many articles where the term kidnap was there. Like again, like that's a Pan-Africanist term. So
Yeah,
I don't want to use
what I'm
it.
saying
So
is,
now,
I'm taking,
hold on.
I'm taking their word and turning it upside on their head.
I got you, but I'm saying the scholarly word for us is slave rage. So just I'm saying you can do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. But I'm saying for the chat, it's my job, right, to educate the chat and say the actual scholarly term is slave rage. RAID, like raid for like roaches, and also the New Brunswick or LA Raiders, right? Raid. They were raiders. Go ahead.
Yes, you what they like to use the term kidnap because historically on this subject matter, the kidnap is in reference to, oh, they kidnapped us. The they represents Europeans, white folk.
Right.
That's why they like to use the term kidnap. Right. So I turned it on the head and said, yeah, you're right. They were kidnapped by other Africans. Shut up. But anyway, so that's all I do when I say that. But you're right. You're 100% right. The proper term is slave raids, right? And here's the funny thing, right? That chick from what's her name? Carolyn Wanga, who recently stepped down CEO of Essence. She did an interview giving the history of her people that her father imparted upon her, that her tribe partook in slave raids of other Africans and sold them to white people. Facts. Kenyan. Facts. She did this on a radio show.
Yeah, we come after American government paid what's owed to us. Listen, y'all African countries, y'all ain't safe. Hey, British government, y'all not safe. Like y'all next.
You gotta promote. One of the good things to promote to the chat is to go on YouTube and look up this video, Daughters of the Trade. It's a book, but the lady,
I'm not a fan of videos. I'm a reader because videos.
Yeah, I'm talking about the chat though, because the chat.
Okay.
Not everybody's gonna order. Or not everybody's gonna order the book, bro. The video might get them to order the book though, right? But she breaks it down about how various West African kingdoms aligned themselves with the Europeans, even married them to secure their positions with Europeans. And
what video is that?
It's called Daughters of the Trade.
Yeah, okay. Let me look at that right now. That sounds interesting. Yeah,
facts,
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
This is facts. So I'm like, you cannot tell me you're a serious scholar this and turn around talking about they didn't slave. And here's my thing. The dude Zanu, the African dude Zanu, he spoke on that a little bit by stating that no, they didn't sell their own people because those are all different people, different ethnicities, different languages, different this, that, and that. So they didn't sell their own people. Great, you didn't sell your own people, right? So
all
those
they
people were different.
did.
Right? No. I'm turning what he said upside on their head.
Right.
I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
This is what your African scholar is saying. Your African scholar from Africa said that we are not his people because they didn't sell their people.
Right.
So for those who believe heavily, I'm not saying you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. So like, did they lose either way?
Yes. Facts. Facts.
So whatever you want to believe in, you lose. We ain't your people. So stop claiming us. We ain't your people.
Facts.
Stop claiming us. Then we ain't your. We're not you. Okay.
And here's another way I took it down the rabbit hole. You're saying we ain't got no culture, but y'all got culture, right? So here's the thing. Now let's take this out down the line. Africans grabbed up other people from Africa, so-called, that weren't their people, who sold them over here, right? Boom. Those groups of people turned into another group of people over here, ethnically, had an ethnogenesis, who now have no culture, right? According to y'all guys, you Africans. So we're not you. What you want to stand next to us for? Why are you telling us we're not? Why are you telling us we ain't got no culture and they didn't sell their own people, but you want to stand next to us now and say we're your people?
Right. Exactly.
You think you're so smart, you're stupid. he said, they mentioned civil rights as part of our culture, but civil rights is dead. I said, he's a living testimony to the life of civil rights. What is he talking about? You came from another country to get your education in America. The very fact that immigration bill was a part of the civil rights legislation that was passed in 1965 through 1968.
Yes.
So the fact that you came over here from whatever country you're from, Mr. Daniel, and got your education here is the living proof of the life and continued existence of civil rights. You damn clown.
Yeah. Now look, this is what I kept you on.
What's up?
I kept you on for this. I got to research you did. The word black historically, who said it first? Arabic use. Balad al-Sudan. Uh-oh. The term Sudan comes from the Arabic phrase Balad al-Sudan, meaning land of blacks. Important.
Yes.
This was an external designation.
There you go.
Arabs and later Europeans used black descriptively to refer to darker skinned peoples south of the Sahara, not as not as an internal group identifier or ethnonym. That's a problem with American Tether Dream. That's what I'm saying. So it said they called them. Wait, hold on. It said they called them black. They called them black, but not you dumb nigga. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I said as an ethnic identifier. It says they called them black because of dark skin, but it wasn't because of an internal group identifier or ethnonym. Just like Europeans call various people Negroes or Moors, that doesn't mean those groups call themselves that. Okay.
Facts.
Now, watch this. Africans did not traditionally use color terms, black, white, as primary identity markers. You guys are dead.
And most Africans
identify by tribe, Yoruba, Zulu, Igbo, Ashanti, Wolof, right? You don't. Clan, kingdom or region, e.g., Mali Empire, Songhai, Congo. Black wasn't used by Africans to describe themselves as a unified racial or ethnic identity. Revenue, you're dead. You're dead. That concept only emerged after contact with Europeans during slavery and colonization. Okay, watch this. So now this research is because I asked a lot of questions and the research is praising me for my phraseology and questions. Okay, it says black is not just a color or an adjective. It became, and this is what they don't know, and dumbass Moors don't know this. It became a national ethnic identity. So it's beyond color, especially after the 1960s Black Power movement. Oh, that's America. That's why I said, oh, yeah, you're dead. So when black became a national ethnic identity, they referenced the 1960s Jamaican dream, revenue, you stupid nigga. You see? So that comes back to America. We are the only black, and we were the first people to say we're black. There are no black people other than us as a national or ethnic identifier. Watch this.
Right. Let me add something to you. It doesn't have the word black in it, but culturally speaking, it shows, because black as an identifier unites us here in America. That's what united us. Like, you notice we're one ethnic group no matter where you go in the country. Black was the uniter, right? Or is a uniter. When you read Nelson Mandela's Long Walk to Freedom, I think it is. In there, this messed me up. I said, holy shit, I didn't think of this. Nelson Mandela, and then said when he started his so-called fight for freedom in South Africa back when he was a young attorney, he was only talking about his tribe. He was not seeking, or he was not freedom fighting for other tribes because he didn't see them as his people.
All right, that's crazy.
Facts. It fucked me up. Like, this is Nelson Mandela we talking about.
Right, that's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm trying to, the romanticism.
You get, but it just tells you the term. You see, I connect the bridge. Black in America, when I say that, has not just the racial but also socio political.
Yeah, no, I know.
connotation to it.
I'm reading that right now. I'm reading the etymology. So that's why I started from, the Al Sudan. So I'm
Yeah.
covering all that right now. Right, I'm
Now,
bringing it all the way.
they didn't use that. They used tribes, right? That
Oh yeah,
ethnic
we
tribes.
know that. We know that.
So therefore, it shows you that black as an identity didn't exist in it because they all had the same color, but they separated themselves. So
See, but that's no, you're right. But we don't have the same color, bro. You're not light as me, man. So Americans, we don't have the same color. We're dark, we're light, we're brown. Denzel Washington, Mariah Carey, and Wesley Snipes. Like, we don't have the same color, but Sudanese people do. Nigerians do. Canadians do. They all look a fucking alike. We don't. And that's what makes us American. You do. We're light as Mariah Carey, Blake Griffin. We're light as me. And then we're Denzel in between. You dig? We're Ashanti. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nelly or what's that nigga name from Dead Presidents? Lorenzo Tate, you dig? And then we go to a little darker, and then we go to Wesley Snipes. So yeah, we don't have a color that identify. There's no color to identify a foundation Black American. Our shades vary because of the mixing, the ethnogenesis, the native that was here already here, white people who RAPED, our sisters, mothers, aunties, that type of stuff. All right. So we are a mixture. That's why you have some people who got the most I ever seen from a foundation Black American was 40% of a single African country or region or nation. That's the most I've ever seen. Now I'm sure there's somebody else, but on average, I never seen more than 40%. Now you guys, I don't know if you did one, or even FBA combo. Did y'all do your DNA test to show your percent?
Nah.
Okay,
I ain't
right.
do no DNA test.
Right.
I've been in the process of getting my paperwork for my genealogy though.
Right. That's good too. That's good too. I only asked that for a point of reference. But I'm saying, like, when most people do a DNA test, they're not going to show a large over 40% percentage of any African nation singularly. Right now, if you combine them all. Oh yeah, I'm 70% because I combined them all. Yeah, but that's because you combine them all. But guess what? There's no African nation that's combined all. You dig? They're just 99% one thing, which is either Zimbabwean, Ghanaian, Nigerian, Kenyan. That's it. They're not 50% Kenyan, 30% Nigerian. That's not the case. That's not their case. That's our case over here. That's Jamaica's case. That's Haitian's case.
That's
okay.
Why, see, earlier, let me add on to you. That's why I said earlier, when I said earlier in the chat, when I sent the super chat, I said one of the easy ways to tell us is the fact that we have anywhere between 20 to 30% European blood in us. They don't. They're going to have 90-some% African in them.
Right. No, that's what I was getting to. But guess what? We even got more than that, because some of us were FBA. Some of us don't. Some of us got the most percentages from an African nation, but some of us don't have that. Like Yvette Carnell, her largest percentage is not from an African nation.
European,
it's from, yeah, but it's from Ireland. It's 34 some crazy shit from Ireland. So that's the thing. Like, some of us, our largest percentage is not even from an African country or nation. It's from a European nation. Like, that's unheard of from an African person. So how can she ever be African when the largest percentage of her DNA is seen from Africa? So it contradicts that whole romanticism bullshit they're talking about. But hold on. So let me finish what I was reading. So so for us, for Foundation Black Americans, black is not a placeholder like it is for black immigrants. Okay. It's not a placeholder until we get a real tribal name, or it is our identity. Black is our identity. It's not their identity. So that's why I was trying. That's why I kicked revenue off. Like, dude, we're not doing that tonight. Like, cause I know you're dumb, and yeah, he's not smart, brother. He's not V4. He's not smart. The dude expressed how dumb he is. He had a comprehension issue. The dude told me when I first heard of Ibram Traore, it was from him, revenue. He told me that Ibram Traore was producing electric cars to compete with
I heard that.
Tesla. Okay,
I was laughing my ass off.
okay, bro, you can't. Okay, now we got different standards. Okay, because I don't hang around nobody dumb in real life. By the way, you dig? So when you say something dumb as that, I know you're just dumb. Like you're not playing, you're not being facetious, you're not gaslighting. You're just dumb. You dig? And he's just dumb. So I don't know. I don't. That's not how I play. You dig? You're just dumb. Like I would never make a mistake. I would never make a mistake like that. Then you got American Dream, who told me that the South benefited from slavery, not the North. You're dumb. You dig? What you mean? What do you mean? So then when he got cooked on that one, he hung up. And he got cooked before, but because he thought African immigrants were comparable to the selective African immigrants. He thought you could compare them to the whole of white people or black people. You're dumb. You dig? Like you don't get a second chance, dude, to make a blunder that big. You're just dumb. And you're not ready for these conversations, my boy. That's why you need to be prepared. The 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor performances. You dig? You don't get a second chance in life, man. Like when you do an interview, bro, and you don't come dressed up or groomed properly, or you're not well prepared to explain, articulate your job expertise and why you valuable to that company, you're done. You dig? You don't get a second chance, man. And when you go to get a woman's number to like maybe court her one day or marry her or date her, you get one chance, or you don't get another one. You're done. You did okay, so that's how we operate. We like people who are in the know. You don't get a second chance. So when we speak and represent ourselves, is usually we already prepared, even on a fly. Hey, call in and talk to Unbiased Ron. I'm already I'm so well studied that I could take a chance on being caught off guard or gaslighted or the little tricks they do. Because I'm so well studied. You might get me, but the chances are slim to none because I'm so well studied on topic that the possibility you getting me probably not going to happen. Okay. And it really has not happened.
You know what I like to lean on?
Yeah.
The fact that a lot of them think especially for those immigrant populations that live in the Northeast, they think they know us. They have an experience of the Northeast foundation of Black American, right? And in my experience in listening and watching and experiencing them, right? They detach us. They don't understand that our families are rooted in the South primarily, right?
Right.
And so when they see
Charles Green,
when they see us, they
see
us as a separate, disconnected group from the South. Often they even often speak of us in differentially to southern FBA, not understanding that there are regional customs or mores that we have, but we're all are one, and we descend from them immediately. You know what I'm saying? And this is an Achilles heel when they try to spit information about us, because all they could do is research and read a little, but they don't have the little nuances. Like, I'll give you an example. There was when I was on.
Make it quick because I want to finish. I want to finish reading my research because you kind of cut me off a little bit.
I'm sorry. I'll just make it quick. I had one guy who claimed that he was Nigerian. His father was Nigerian, his mother was American, but he had a whole Nigerian name. He said his mother was from Florida. I asked him how old was his mother. Said she's at least generation. If she's at least generation X or older, I know you're lying. So what you mean? Because a Generation X foundational Black woman, American woman, would not allow you to have full Nigerian name. She would have gave you a Tyrone or something in there that showed your foundational Black lineage.
Yep.
just using it as an example to say they make mistakes because they don't really know us. Go ahead. I'm
Right.
finished.
Yeah, they do it on a regular basis. That's why we ask questions
Yes.
to get them to make those mistakes. That's why Revenue and American Dream can never. Well, first of all, they already blew it, right? Because they try to argue me. They try to debate me with Black American history. Like I said, the fact that American Dream said the South benefited from slavery, the North did. I know you're not a foundation Black American, and then Revenue made other basic mistakes, and it's just a ball game. But I want to finish reading about Black. The only Black people on the planet are foundation Black Americans. There are no other people on the planet who's Black. Okay, they claim to be Black because Pan-Africanists called them Black because they was trying to make everybody Black for some global Pan-Africanist movement bullshit they had. But as I read earlier, Black is not just for FBAs, right? This is the context of how we use Black in America. Okay, Black is not just a color or an adjective. It became, to us, FBA, we're the first people to use it as a primary identifier, period. Okay, it became a national ethnic identity to us, especially after the 1960s Black Power movement, i.e., basically. It's not a placeholder. Like the Sudanese say, hey, man, I'm South Sudanese, I'm Black. That's a placeholder. No, it's not a placeholder for us. Okay? It's our identity. We don't even got to say American, V4, FBA convos, the chat. We don't even got to say America. We could just say, I'm Black. And that's already understood by the next Black person. You're just Black American. It's already understood. I don't gotta say American, but that booty scratcher Sudanese person, they gotta say I'm Black Sudanese. They can't just say I'm Black by itself. Okay, that mud cake rat cat eating ass Haitian gotta say I'm Black Haitian. They can't just say I'm Black because automatically people look at you as, even white folks, Indians. If you just say you're Black, they're gonna automatically identify you as a foundational Black American. Okay, now, so foundational Black Americans don't say Black plus nationality, like Black Haitian, like Black Jamaican, like Black Sudanese or Black Nigerian fucking scammer. Okay, we don't do that. We just simply say Black. This is the research. It's not me talking now. I said what I said. The research backs it up. We just simply say Black, and that's enough. We don't gotta add the qualifier and say Jamaican, Sudanese, or this other rat eating ass country. We just say Black, and that's already understood to mean Black American. We don't gotta add American. Okay, they gotta add their nationality next to as a qualifier, as a clear the confusion type shit. So Black is not a nickname. This is the research. Hey, FBA Convos. I said this yesterday and the day before. Now the research is saying this. I said we don't use Black as a nickname. The research is saying Black is not a nickname for an ethnicity we lost. It became the ethnicity. You dig? It's not a nickname. It's not a placeholder. It's not synonymous. It's not synonymous with Sudan revenue. Tether Dream. It stands by itself. Okay, watch this. Nigerians, right? Their primary identity marker is their national identity, Nigerian, and it may be their tribe, either or, first, second, whatever. Ghanaians, well, they're Ghanaian, right? Or then maybe their tribe, Ashanti, Ewe. Haitians, that's just their national identity. There's no other nothing to call them. Jamaicans, same shit. But Sudanese people, they're either Sudanese or tribal name or Dinka. Foundational Black Americans, Black literally equals our ethnic and cultural group. We don't gotta add American there. That's my point. We're just Black, and nobody else is just Black. If they're Black in any sense, they better add their nation next to it, their tribal affiliation next to it. But they're not even Black, because Black is unique to a particular experience in America. And you can't call yourself Black after we call ourselves Black. If you got any claim to black, it better be before we call ourselves black as a primary. Listen, revenue. Listen, Tether Dream. You got to call yourself, not somebody else calling you this. You got to be called black as an ethnic, as your primary ethnic identifier. That means you don't have a Jamaican flag. That means you don't have a Sudanese flag or any tribal markings and bullshit like that. You have to be just completely black. And guess what? It will make no sense to be on the continent of Africa and call yourself black, because wouldn't all y'all be technically black? I mean, every tribe, every country, 54, wouldn't all y'all be black? So how is that a differentiation term? How is that a distinct term? How does that separate you from the next tribe, the next country? Because all y'all will be black. So it'd be the continent of blackness. So we know that's like bullshit. But anyway, let's go on. Like, we know that just retardedness, man.
It
So
is.
so Foundation of Black Americans, now I'm reading the research. This ain't me now. This is the research. So Foundation of Black Americans, we are the only group. Listen, this is the research. You goddamn age passing ass African booty scratchers. We are the only group that use black as a first order ethnic identity. I'll read it one more time. Foundational Black Americans are the only group that uses black as a first order ethnic identity. You goddamn piece of shit liars. Not as a color code, not as a substitute for a country, but as a living historical identity rooted in centuries of shared experiences. Now watch this. If you gotta go ahead. But I'm not going. I'm gonna continue. Some Pan-Africanists make sweeping historical claims like we were always black people across Africa. This is the research, my boy. This is inaccurate and driven by modern revenue, modern race consciousness, projected backwards into pre-colonial times. In truth, there was no Pan-African racial identity amongst Africans pre-slavery. Africans did not unite as black people, quote unquote. They united sometimes as kingdoms, clans, and language groups, and sometimes warred against each other. The idea of a black race was constructed through the European gaze and the Atlantic slave trade. So we have a point of reference. That Pan-African ideal, though noble in purpose, is a modern ideology. It is not a historical accurate representation of how people identify themselves. Guess what? In the 7th revenue American tether dream, 12th or 15th century. So kiss my ass with the 7th century bullshit. All right. So the term black is not a tribal substitute or temporary label. For foundational Black Americans, it is a direct product of a unique history, one that includes forced displacement, cultural erasure, and recreation of identity on new soil. So while other African descended peoples retain national or tribal identities, e.g. Nigerian, Haitian, Igbo, Bajan, or booty scratcher, Black in America became the anchor of community, culture, and consciousness. No other people, you fucking piece of shit tethers, no other people group uses black with the same authority or centrality as Foundation Black Americans. And I'm done with the research. So I'm sharing my screen. Y'all read it with me. You dig? That's full transparency. I didn't add. Well, I did add for emphasis, but y'all was able to read for yourself.
Hey, Ron, let me ask you, what was the
Yeah.
what was the question you asked the ChatGPT to get this?
Okay, so the question I asked him is a long ass question, all right?
Damn.
Because I know how to talk to these. I know how to talk to the AI. So I said this. I said a lot of Pan-Africans like to act like black. I said, hold on. I said
Can
a
you
lot
put it
of
in? Can you just put it in the chat?
It's gonna be a lot. I don't know if it's enough
Fuck,
characters.
I want to take that because I want to get that. I want to get that what you got right there and take
Okay.
it And that's something that you should disperse.
Yeah,
You
no,
should
it's too
dispense
much. It's
amongst us, so we can destroy them with this right here, bro.
yeah, it's 460 characters. It won't allow. Wait, let me put it in the back chat. Hold on. So maybe you guys just can see it. Hold on. Yeah. So let me put it in the back chat. All right, hold on. How I do this? Yeah, everyone, I got it. Okay. So I put it. So I put it in the Zoom chat right there. Yes. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like
Okay, I
research.
see it.
Yeah.
I
So
got it. This is the question.
research. Yeah. So it's how you talk to the AI. It's the question you ask, and that's what Revenue and Tether Dream can do. And it got to be honest questions because AI ain't gonna let you lie to it. AI is smarter than you, so you can't manipulate AI into them siding with white supremacy or tether supremacy. That's not gonna work. AI is smarter than you, bro. So you can't really manipulate AI. AI know you're trying to manipulate it to an answer that's favorable for you. AI is aware of confirmation bias, right? So that's why you guys gonna always lose fucking with me because I just asked real honest questions. Like I didn't manipulate AI. I gave y'all exactly what I asked it.
This is
You dig?
official. Yeah, I put it in. This came up exactly as you read it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I put in there.
Now, stuff like when you do this, you arm us to destroy tethers, to be tether destroyers, bro. You see what I'm saying? You gotta take stuff like this so that the brothers and sisters can pick it up and just become. This is our swords to cut off the lives for the tethers everywhere we go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
off code raccoons, and we destroy off code raccoons and tethers with this stuff like this, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna use this.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this.
Yeah,
But watch. I guarantee you, American Dream is gonna pick something up from this right here, and it's gonna be him, Revenue, aka Kwame, and a couple of other guys. They got an FBA dude that be on there. He be tether jocking like a motherfucker. Tether jocking. And they're gonna try to respond to this.
Hey, bro, listen. What I'm saying. They don't use AI more than me, bro. Okay, and matter of fact, I don't think nobody on this chat or panel do that. Bro, that's all I do. You gotta understand what I'm saying. Yeah, I look. You only got a couple, like you got a limited amount of searchers, right? When you pay $20 a month, and a limited amount of thumbnails, like images, bro. I'm always over that shit before I'm supposed to be. Okay. So I really run this shit up, man. All right. So what I'm saying is ChatGPT is not going to lie for you. It's going to keep it real. So when they try to respond to this, I'm confident that it's just going to not have a rebuttal. It's just going to say, hey, y'all tethers are out of luck. You know what I mean? Like you fucked. Like, so that's the way AI works, man. AI is not going to make it like a white supremacist can be right. AI is not going to make it where a tether could be right. AI is going to keep this shit real. Like, no, y'all are tripping. You're wrong. Okay, that's why a lot of white supremacists don't like AI. A lot of tethers don't like AI. Like a lot of African Pan-Africanists. If y'all recognize when Unc West was on my channel, he was trying to downplay AI because he knew that AI was going to debunk his Pan-Africanist bullshit. Okay. Yeah. So bro, AI ain't like that, man. AI ain't like anybody can use it and manipulate it to cover their dirty religion. That's not how that works, man. Like AI is just AI, and AI just recite facts and real recounts of history. So there's nothing they can do with that. So now, what they would do is they would misrepresent an argument and maybe lie about what I said, and AI will just cook the unbiased misrepresentation of himself. But AI is not going to cook what I actually said. You know what I mean? That's how that works. So they will never beat me in a debate using AI or their own reading. They never will, because AI don't lie and cover for tethers or white supremacists. It doesn't.
You should be sure it's one of them.
Yeah, so I'm not ever worried about other Mrs. or Pan-Africanists, but they're gonna always be on the wrong side of the always. So whatever they stop.
Yeah. Hello?
No, he cut my mic off. Yes.
Oh,
So when they use AI and they talking to me, I know how to talk to AI better than them. So when they saying some stupid shit on the live, okay, say it again. I'll just go ahead and repeat that shit to AI. Press enter.
Oh, I see what you. Yeah, okay, I see what you're
Yeah.
doing. I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they say
Bye-bye.
some stupid shit, if you put it in AI and it's some stupid shit, AI gonna destroy it.
Right. And it's going to explain that it's stupid. It's going to say it's
Yeah.
rootless, it's baseless. They just made it up to deceive. Like AI is ruthless if you want it to be. You're like, your AI, why would they say this? You dig? One, because I know them. One is a black Kwame's a Pan-Africanist and American Dream is a black conservative. I would say, why would a black conservative and a Pan-African say this? And AI, I'm like, hey, cause they both fucking just useless, worthless human beings that just lie.
That's what AI say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AI is ruthless, man. AI is, I had AI debate me. You dig?
Yeah?
That's why I know this shit real. Yeah. I said some dumb shit on purpose to see his rebuttal, and it cooked the shit out of me. Yeah, so AI ain't gonna be like, oh, you're FBA, so I'm gonna agree with you. No, it's not. If you're FBA and you can see some dumb shit, it's gonna cook you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I know you gave me a strategy. Take something somebody said, put that shit right in AI to see if it, and let AI cook them. You ain't even gotta cook them. Let AI cook them.
That's exactly what I do with these clowns, man. and undefeated, right? That plus my own research plus my memory to retain and recall it verbatim on the fly. So like it's like really hard to catch me off guard on topic because I'm passionate about what I love, right? So I could join somebody's panel, and somebody could join my panel on the fly. It's really hard because okay, so one person when I played the Ann Coulter video, one person said, "Hey man, that was 10 years ago." He tried to act like that was an old video. It was 10 years ago. But I said, "Wait a minute." She said FBA, right? What makes you think FBA was 10 years ago? You see? So that now this is me now. This is not AI. This is me. I'm like, yo. So what makes you think FBA was around 10 years ago? And he got quiet. This is I'm gonna call names. This is X. So I'm saying, bro, do you know ADOS or FBA wasn't around 10 years ago? So this video couldn't have been 10 years ago. So why you just lie in front of why did you just lie in front of everybody? You dig? So this is don't forget it's AI plus what I know from my own research plus other shit. You dig? So you just rolling dice. And I suggest you don't roll the dice when you call in and trying to debate me.
Crazy.
Yeah, I suggest you don't go with that methodology because again, I'm a real debater. I got 16 years of experience on YouTube alone, right? I got video. I've been on YouTube 16 years, so longer than people even know what YouTube was. I was over debating and shit. Right? I got uploaded videos debating 16 years ago on YouTube. So I've been on YouTube a long time debating. Right? I'm a seasoned vet. I'm 47 years old. You dig? So yeah, a lot of shit ain't gonna go your way. And I'm very witty. Like I'm on the fly with my shit. Like I'm witty on the fly. So
Yeah.
just like Malcolm X, Khalid Muhammad, and Tariq Nasheed, I'm very witty. So it won't go your way when you're on the wrong side of history. Trust me, it's not gonna go your way.
I'm putting this in the chat real quick. I want to show you about the haplogroup thing. Right here, right? R1B is found in Irish and Scots, right? Celtic, Western European, right? The Chadic speaking people in Central Africa.
Okay.
Those are two extreme different groups.
Right.
Same haplogroup.
Damn. Yeah, yes. So you got failed YouTube content creators like revenue and revenue and Jamaican Tether. Now they didn't link up. Now you know what's crazy? That they believe opposite. Revenue is so hateful for FBAs is that Jamaican Tether, he believes systemic racism is a lie. It's fiction. But hold on. But Revenue's a Pan-Africanist. he believes it's a
they're diametrically opposed to each other.
Yo, this is the shit they gotta deal with just to take us down.
Wow, I didn't even look at it like that. He's he a Pan-Africanist and someone who believes that
a black conservative.
A black conservative who doesn't believe that what you called it?
Does racism exist? The system of racism exists.
Right. Racism doesn't exist, and they're teaming up. That tells me
to take us down.
Yo, this clause said tethering you. I'm gonna call him that. Yeah, instead of revenue, tethering you. But but that's crazy. That means you'll compromise anything. How as a Pan-African, you're compromised.
A V4. That's like you linking up with a Larry Elder.
Come on now, dude, Larry Elder. Come on.
A flat out Larry. That's like you linking up with a Myron Gaines.
Oh hell,
it's like yo, dude, but you don't, dude. Listen, man, you don't get the fuck away from me, bro. Yeah, exactly. Like these two linking up, and they like vehemently disagree with each other. Like so if Revenue was supposed to hear Tether Dream say that's supposed to be a on-site debate. Like what? You dig? But they're teaming up, so that means they're going along to get along, and because to them the enemy is FBA. But guess what, family? These piece of shit Caribbean folks, they're only 3 million deep in this country. We're 43 million. Like these guys are light work to us. They're light work. You dig? Like they are no threat at all. They're puny compared to our total population. So if we get on coal, these guys are RIP for real. They're RIP now with just a few we got on coal right now. They're RIP, but we got on coal 75% of the lineage, 60%, 80%. Like these tethers are done. So hold on. Last thing. So what's keeping them relevant and alive is you guys not showing up when I'm live. Okay, because the large numbers is what they fear. They fear unity. But if we're 80 live here, 100 live over there, 200 live over there, they see that shit as division. And that's what the Europeans see going on in Africa. They see all these tribes. You dig? Think about that. They see all these tribes, 20, 200 here, 30 over here, 400 over here. They say, we could get them because they're spread out. So the same thing with content creators, dude. If I'm 80 lives here, Afro-Elite, whatever he got over there, Alpha, whatever, what he got over there, Tether see that as, we got them. They're divided. So when I'm live, basically, you got to pull up large numbers and we could do more. But we ain't going to do shit with 50 live viewers. You dig? Based on the subscription base today. Last month, that was great. But shit, I'm at 2,000 now. Last month, I was at like 1,300. Like we grew significantly, exponentially. We grew pretty fast. So now we got 2,000 subscribers. 50 subscribers ain't gonna do it. Like at minimum 100, but really we should be around 180, 250 mark at 2,000 subscribers, if not more.
I think if you continue to do what you do, plus I heard you on the a live with some other brothers who said he had 10,000 subscribers. If you continue to link with brothers like that, the way y'all was talking, it'll grow exponentially because not only will they get information like the entertainment value from it, but also those who are looking for action, tangible things, the things they can take from here and tangibly apply it. You're gonna grow, bro. You know what I'm saying?
All right, and I agree, but let me add this though. Like I said, I've been on YouTube for 16 years. So, and I got channels. This channel brand new, but I got channels where I got 3 million views. You dig on certain videos? Yeah. So I've been there, done that. Way before YouTube was monetizing. I got 3 million, 1 million, 700,000. I got views nobody ever can fathom ever on their channel. But let me say this. I don't know Buddy's channel, so Buddy's channel could be very successful. But what I do know is this. Just because you got 10,000 views, 100,000 views, like him, the guy on the screen, he got 100,000 views, bro. But if if you go live and they don't show up, that shit means nothing. It's a costume.
That means
they're not active. They're inactive. They're called shelf subscribers. These are people who are done with you, but they never just unsubscribe.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so your viewership doesn't matter if you're just so you can understand. Your viewership doesn't matter if your live viewers do not show up.
I understand what you're saying because just thinking of myself, I'll subscribe to some channels and then after watching a video or a live or two, I realize these guys is full of shit. This shit is trash. I stop watching.
Right, but you don't unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's move on.
So you are called a shelf subscriber. Like you're there and it looks good, but you'll never support when he does a live view or upload. It'll be looking like this nigga. 100,000 subscribers with 4,000 views. And I got 2,000 subscribers and I got 4,000 views. It's like, bro, we shouldn't even be in the same
You got way more
ballpark.
activity than me. Way more activity. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to say. So when people say how many subscribers they got, that don't mean shit to me. It's like how many what is your ratio? What is your subscription based on your live viewers that attend you? Now that is something you could leverage. But if you got 100,000 subscribers like this fool, when you go live, you got what I got. You got 100 folks listening, bro. You're below me because you got 100,000 more subscribers than me, and we got the same live viewership, bro. We're not even, bro. I'm actually above you.
Yeah. He might have paid for this. No, I don't know if he paid subscribers, but I don't know.
But if he did, so what? It's still not going to change the ratio.
Yeah, it's not going to change the ratio.
The ratio is 100,000 subscribers. Only 100 people showed up.
That's crazy work.
Yeah, and I got 2,000 subscribers and 100 people showed up. It's like, dude, I'm actually the leverage is in my favor, not yours, my boy.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, so if we debate, it'll be over here, not your channel, because we're even, but I'm actually ahead of you because my ratio is stronger. My percentage is stronger. So no, we're over here, not over there.
Okay. I get you. All right, big brother.
Yes, sir. He said, so in the last thing for everybody. So that's why I say family, you gotta like the video, you gotta attend because I use the likes and the viewership as leverage to pull on other content creators to come over here rather than me going over there. So that's why I say that's why it's important to like the video and attend when I'm live. Bro, all right, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for explaining the haplogroup thing. Because I'm definitely gonna look into that and be more well versed next time that's brought up.
I think us as being that you let us participate, I think us as viewers need to drop information like that so that you know what I'm saying. Like we can't expect you to have the information on everything. So if I found something,
I don't.
I'm like, yo, hold up, this will help him out. Hey, yo, check this out. Here it is. Drop this on his head real quick. Something to do with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and guess what? That makes sense. That I encourage that because I don't know everything. And you know, it's funny when I talk to like a troll on the live, they ask me a question. Do you know about so and so? I'm like, nah. You know? Like, no, I don't. Really? You don't know? It's like, dude, you thought I was the most smartest man in the world? You thought that?
he was expecting me to say yes.
Right. No, exactly. No, dude, there's some shit I don't know.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and people like you, people like FBA Convo, and people like other folks that SLLE44, other folks who join Malik, no Maxwell Jenkins, other folks who join. We got the sister. I can't forget her damn name for nothing, but we got sisters and you who join in the chat. Pinky Wells who send me links all the time. You guys keep me like well versed on different stuff that I would never think to research myself.
But
You
that's
dig? We got
that's what the collective group is for.
Khaled
That's what
Cannabis
being
that sent
on
me some
code
stuff.
does.
The
That's
Watcher,
the
yeah.
that's the effect of being on code. You
Right,
think
right.
about it. When you got a group of people on code, there are different people who know about different stuff with different sets of skills who collectively create Godzilla.
Hmm.
You see, collectively they are Godzilla. It's going
Right.
to so if we hear for example, if we hear a brother being attacked
Aspiring
and he's
Heights, yeah.
right, but he cannot express it right because he doesn't know enough, it's our duty to step in and say, here, this is what you hit him with. Here, take this. This is what you're looking for right here. You know what I'm saying? Other
Right.
than
I'm
that,
with you.
yeah. Other than that, you fighting for all of us. And ain't nobody, ain't nobody else helping you fight. You fighting all these people by yourself. No,
Right.
no.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be overwhelmed. So I need the family Aspiring Heights. That's who it was. I couldn't remember your name for nothing. Okay, yeah. Okay, so she's the one that pulled up and had some
Okay.
good information on a lot of things you dig that helped me. But yeah, I'm telling you, is you guys like with the haplogroups, is you guys literally like bringing me information, knowing that I'm human, knowing that I don't know all. Like you're not caught up on, oh, Ron, he thorough. No, you know that Ron is fallible and some shit I don't know. So
Because I
you
know he's gonna
guys,
keep hitting you with that shit. So my
right,
thing
right,
is that
right.
they'll give you that, and I know you know how you can expand on that, and especially with your how you know how to use Chat GPT, you could expand on that so much and come back and kick his
Yeah, I
motherfucking
just need a
ass.
start, and
Yeah.
you guys give me a start. Matter of fact, like you guys even tell me different topics to talk about, which I never thought about. Like, you know what? Yeah, let me talk about that. Yeah, at first I'd be like a little grumpy, like, nah, because I didn't think of it. So I'm like a little grumpy, but I'll sit back and say, you know what? Yeah, that's a lit topic. But yeah, but it's people like you who help me grow and know more and be better off and better equipped to deal with a tether white supremacist or Pan-Africanists. Like, yeah, it's you guys, because without you guys, I'm less equipped because I don't know, I don't even know where to start at. Cause I'm focused on what I already watched. You did me? You feel me? So we watch what we watch and we don't watch nothing outside of that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I need somebody who watched outside of what I watch to say, hey, what about this?
Yeah. And then some of the stuff we get and we know is actually in relation to what you're talking about. It's just another leg to shore up what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so like confirmation, it confirms confirming what you're already pushing from another source. If you could confirm something from several different sources coming from different spaces, you can't defeat that.
Yeah.
Can't defeat that. All right, I got to jump off. I gotta get with the family.
Yeah,
So
I'll be off shortly myself. All right, man. Appreciate you,
going
man,
live?
pulling up and sharing your wisdom, bro.
When you
You
going
definitely
live
had
again?
it. Well, you know, I try. So I make it my business because I can't go live every evening, but I make it my business to go live every morning. So, so now I'm gonna close this live in about 10, 15 minutes. And as soon as I wake up, it could be 3 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I'm going live.
All right,
I'm just
brother.
gonna do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it because I know that there's people in UK that watch us, Japan that watch us, and hour 3, 4, 5 a.m. be there 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m. You dig? Like people like other non-FBAs really support us. So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't get caught up on like tethers. Tethers don't represent their country. So don't
You know
blame
what?
the whole country for a tether.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What would you think the effect would be on doing a show where we take non-FBA
Get up.
supporters, riders, promote their teaching, and show how official they are to basically pull the legs from under tethers. My idea about that is like saying, if I can get a a list of people that are non-FBA riders and promote them and push them and show how we respect them, it takes from the argument that we hate immigrants.
Yeah. So you got Tiger Crane Shakir. He's clearly Jamaican.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls up over here, and he's one of those, like he was the one that was with me when I debated Chaotic Truth. So like Tiger Crane Shakir he's Jamaican, and he's been around, and he has a wrench. So yeah, and I like the idea, because like I said, it debunks the notion that we're anti diaspora or the continent of Africa. Yeah, so I really will wish that if there's any African writers from Nigeria,
It's gonna
Kenya,
be hard to find.
Ghana, yeah, pull up. And even
We'll
not just
find.
not
We
just
definitely.
and
We'll
yeah,
definitely
but
find Caribbean riders, but it's hard to find the African ones, brother.
I
I agree.
know, but I even encourage Latino writers, like, yo, man, even
Yo,
white writers,
man.
yo,
Yo.
even white writers, yo, man, pull up, like show and prove to the family that you're out there. Because as long as y'all stay quiet and listen and silent, the family believes we all we got, and it's hard
Yeah.
to make them believe otherwise, because that's all they know. Because you guys are in the dark, so you guys gotta make yourself present, pull up, speak your truth, don't lie, because you will be cooked. You
Because
did
my thing is this:
speak your truth.
if we got non FBA riders, we got to shore them up so that they're not left out to dry by
Right.
themselves, because
Yeah.
they could be ostracized by their own group. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we
Wait,
don't want
no,
to be.
okay, no, but that's going to happen. So what we got to do is we got to protect them from FBA that's like extremists, right? We got to say, hey, relax, because when they speak on our behalf, their ethnic group will ostracize them, excommunicate them. There's nothing that we or they can do about that, because that's their standard. Like they are that jealous and hateful and racist. You dig? So there's nothing we can do about that. But what we cannot do is allow FBAs, right, our lineage to cook them. It's like, whoa, like these guys sacrifice a lot to speak on our behalf. Now you can't do that. You did, like
Like
these are riders.
we destroy our code if
Right.
a non FBA is on code and we attack them. We're destroying our
Right.
own code.
Yeah, that's goofy. Like that defeats the
Yeah.
whole purpose of what we're doing.
And you know what the perfect thing to do with that is? If we identify somebody that's a rider that's on code, meaning that means if you're a rider, that means you're on code.
Yeah.
If we identify a rider that's on code and you're FBA and you're anti him, right? I'm identifying you as a raccoon, possibly an agent.
Oh, no, 100%. Because you're an extremist. Like, dude, like what are you here for? At that point, because bro, it's clear that bro, every person on every or group nation in this world, like there, but you think Burkina Faso really fuck with Russia?
Not really.
No. But they
No.
need them for whatever they need them for. You
Yeah, they
did.
got to do some kind of business
Yeah. Okay,
to
so
achieve
now,
goals and objectives.
yeah, so you'll be a fool to believe you can be successful by yourself, bro. There's no human on this earth, and that's my rebuttal back to anybody. Yo, there's nobody on this earth that was successful and powerful doing it by themselves. You're a fool. Like, you're gonna need allies, my boy, my sisters, to grow and be stronger and further your mission. You're gonna, like, allies are inevitable. You'll be a fool to think you can do it by yourself. We're only 43 million. You're a fool. There's 347 total million Americans in this country. We're only 43 million. That means that there's 300 more million. Like, dude, we won't get shit done versus 300 million. Like, you're a fool. So yes, we have to carve into that number and steal some of them, a large portion of them, and have them adopt and adapt our ideology. You dig? So
You're on
we don't
code. If
mind
you
you
on
joining,
code,
but
you
we're
on
gonna
code.
lead. We're gonna lead.
Yes. Yes, we're gonna lead. And if you're on code, you're down with the family, right? And we got your back, just like you got ours. And if there's someone from our backyard who attempts to attack you, they're attacking the code too. That
Yeah,
person
100%.
is a raccoon and a damn agent.
Yeah, yeah. Like, why would you attack somebody who's on code, who's helping us further our mission, signal boost the mission, and also they're going to speak to their tether class and cook them, debate them, the same thing we do with our coon class. But let me just say, peace to Crystal Watson, who gave a $9.99 dollar donation. The lineage love. I want to acknowledge that, respect her, and say thank you very much. Yeah, but I'm with you though. I'm with you, man. I like we gotta. The one thing we cannot do is behave like the people who we're condemning.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't want to do that. You want to practice black excellence like our ancestors. Our ancestors didn't return the behavior of white supremacists under Jim Crow. Like they show, oh, you know what? We're gonna go about this a whole different way. We're gonna show black excellence, and as a result, you got other nations reading about our history, our leaders, activists. Because of that civil rights moment, we're turning our cheek, practicing nonviolence, you dig? Because it's so easy. It's so easy to exercise violence when you're being attacked with violence. It's so hard to not be violent when somebody's being violent towards you. So what we did was we expressed the opposite of what the media portrays to be today. Criminal, violent, all this bullshit. That's debunked. It's like, no, that's a lie, because we already demonstrated that we're everything but that. You dig? So that's a lie. So like that's easy to debunk. Yeah, but we gotta practice black excellence, and we gotta appreciate everybody by their individual deeds. If there's a white person who's riding for FBAs, then we gotta appreciate them, right? For their deeds. Hispanic, Jamaican, Haitian, Nigerian, that's that's it. That's it. If you hate them for no reason and they're riders, you're in this for the wrong reason. Like that's just a fact.
Yeah, facts. Yep. For everybody listening, the code is in the chat, right? Code is in the chat. Pick that up and push that around to everywhere and everybody. Make sure everybody know what that is. Yep. The code is in the chat. If anybody's off code, they ain't us. We ain't them.
Right. So Aspiring High said, thanks for letting me be a part of your lives. Well, I mean, like, that's your right. Anybody who is any channel claiming they're representing lineage, like it's your right. Like if they accept, because some folks don't accept call-ins, but if they do accept call-ins, like really it's your right to be allowed to call in. Like just like Tariq Nasheed and Yvette and all of them, when they have call-ins, like no doubt they're gonna allow FBAs and ADOS and Freeman to call in. It's your right, especially if the channel is based on the lineage. Like it's your right to call in. You should feel entitled to call in, click the link, whatever like that. There was one more comment. Chuck Crown said, I used to rock with the flea, but his content started to turn my stomach because he was talking about all people tether babbling. Yeah, exactly. You don't want that. Somebody said something else. Oh yeah, so Gemini 9. Too many labels. These people are POW catchers. That's it. All right, they are. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. So, brother, appreciate you very much, man. You added to the content. You kept the live longer. Believe me, without you, I'd have been off. So, thanks to you, you were able to keep the live longer, and people were, educated more, informed more, and entertained longer. You did, because people really don't watch TV. They rather just tune into a live stream, whether it be me, Alpha, Afro, Elite, Tariq Nasheed, whatever. Jason Black was live earlier. So people just want to be informed and entertained in a lineage way. You dig? So you helped that happen tonight for a lot of people I'm telling you, man, if you were not here, I was gone. I would have been gone like 9:30, 10 o'clock the latest.
Okay.
Yeah, but because you pulled up and showed some love, I'm here till what the time is right now. I'm sleepy as hell.
All right,
So I
brother.
appreciate you. And I'm probably gonna be on just for like 10 to 15 more minutes, but I'm not gonna do the reaction because I'm gonna save this clown for tomorrow morning. You dig? I'm gonna save this clown for tomorrow morning. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not gonna finish this tonight. It's because you know why? I'm too tired. I'll be forcing it,
Yeah.
and lives never go good when you force them.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna wind down right now so I can be able to wake up 5, 6 a.m. and go live.
All right. All right, big brother.
Whoa, get your cartoon. All right, man, peace. Let me get my laptop and head to the bedroom. Pause. Hey, chat, what's going on, man? So as you can see, Revenue called in, try to lie about black. Listen, man. Yeah, you're not gonna win the debate. So what Revenue tries to do, they try to win a debate by they want to catch you off guard. So they could be lying, but as long as they catch you off guard and you don't know they're lying and you concede to the lie, like they're fine with that. Like they look at that as a W, and because they don't represent black excellence, they represent they represent African tetherism. And African tetherism, anything goes. All type of scamming goes, all type of backbiting, defamation, all negative attributes goes with that. Okay. But when it's something like this, a live stream based on integrity, truthhood, information, we carry ourselves a different way. Okay, we're not starving for content. Like I don't have clickbait. Like I tell you in advance what the topic is, and I didn't even touch Haitian revolution as far as Haitians selling each other. But I will tomorrow though, because I didn't want to force it, and I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't want to force it where it's like corny. They like the energy I have ain't behind it. So tomorrow we're gonna touch on all that stuff tomorrow, and you know what I mean. And I got this clown right here on the screen. I'm gonna finish his garbageness. And again, like I would hope like hell they'll join me in a 1v1, you know, on the same topic that they already been speaking about. You know? So with that right there, family, I'm going to end the live. It's 11:30. I do want to wake up early to you know, go live early. I want to wake up early. I want to be live like 6, I would say 6:30. This is my plan. I want to be live tomorrow morning, 6:30 the latest. Okay? So that means I got to go to bed now. So family, I love you. Peace. Thanks for the super chats. But if you the cash app at the top, if you cash at me, thank you for that. I usually, you know, obviously respond to the cash apps and I like it, you know, where you could clearly see that I acknowledge the Cash App funds. But I appreciate all the love financially. I appreciate all the love that's not financial, but it's more like a like or a subscription or just you showing up. You dig? While I'm live, that feels good to see a certain number of people in the live appreciating the information. That's motivation in itself. But family, I'm out of here. I'm tired. I'm sleepy, and we'll finish up on it. We're not done. We're gonna finish up tomorrow. Peace. Love you guys. Be one, we one. We are one with the lineage, WE. We are, and we're going to be, BE, verb. We're going to BE. We're going to on code. We're going to be on code.